in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Is going to cut free. He's over the 30. Gets the puck. Here comes Freak. He fires. He scores. Same play. Conklin with the slam on his hand.
Well, we're officially in it now. Week number 4 of the North Dakota high school football season is upon us. It's an East versus West showdown here this evening, and for the 14th time ever, it's Minot High School and Fargo Davies that collide. Tonight, it's at the Dwayne Carlson Stadium in the beautiful city, the magic city that is Minot, North Dakota. Welcome into our pregame show brought to you by our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Valvoline locations in Minot and Bismarck. They've got a drive-through oil change. It takes about 15 minutes at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. You can't beat them. Find them online, VIOC.com. Davies at 2-0, Minot at 1-1. 2 ranked teams inside of AAA football in North Dakota locking horns tonight. And it's the homecoming night for the Magi, sitting at 1-1. Davies has had nothing but success against the West Region teams. Century and Legacy, to be exact, 35-14, the win over the Pats. 38-14, the win over the Sabres. Can they do the same thing against number 3 Minot High here tonight? We're going to find out in just a few short hours. I'm Nick Holberg, joined tonight by my good friend Bryce Gutnick. Third member of our broadcast team is Owen Patterson. Bryce, I'll welcome you in right now, my friend. And anytime you have the homecoming night, anytime it's an East versus West showdown, and anytime there's 2 of the top 5 teams in North Dakota coming together, you're almost guaranteed that you're going to see some fireworks, especially on a Friday night on Minot's South Hill.
Oh, great recipe for us tonight. You had the homecoming parade over here. We saw the band coming in. I'm still waiting for my invitation, Nick, for the cowbell. We got to remember that. I want to play the cowbell, so I wanted to make someone aware, hey, I'm still going to be playing that cowbell at a basketball game. But, yeah, Davies came in. They look relaxed. They look ready to play, as does Minot High. We got 2 top 5 teams, 2 teams that love to run the football, play defense. We're in for a good one.
The X's and O's of this ball game really shape up quite a bit differently than we saw last week with Minot and Shanley. Shanley with that offense that is widespread and fast-moving. They're not afraid to chuck the football around the field a little bit. Davies has only gone for 41 yards so far in 2 games through the air. Minot's run defense really has to be big here tonight if they want a chance to take down number 5 Davies.
Yeah, I really expect them on the defensive side, load that box up. Try and stop that rushing attack as best as you can. I think they're averaging north of 300 yards a game. Not really prolific through the air. You got to believe that's in the game plan for the Magi. Stuff the box, maybe see if Muse can make enough plays to bring Davies a W here on the road tonight in Minot.
When you look back to last week and week 3 action, the second game of the year for Minot High against Shanley, did you have a big takeaway in your mind that was something that really led them to victory just a short week ago?
Adjustments made after that first quarter on the defensive side. That defensive line wreaked havoc from there on. Huber was terrific, Bedell. A lot of these guys trying to find their roles with this team. We're a few games in. Anderson was terrific. Jolliffe, another great game out of him. The corners were played so well that game, 6 INTs, Nick, as we saw, 3 of them taken to the house. Quite a special effort on the defensive side for the Magi.
Let's bring in our third member of our broadcast team, Mr. Owen Patterson, joins us on the field here tonight. Owen, Minot High football ranked number 3 in the state. Davies at number 5. In your mind, shutting down Wehrmeyer here tonight is really the name of the game. But what else does Minot High have to do if they want a shot here tonight?
Well, run defense comes first, and then we're talking about the offensive side of the football for Minot High today. It's control the time possession on their side of things as well. And it's 2 teams that are going to want to run the football, establish the run game early on, ease into this one. They scored 41 points last week against Shanley, a big offensive outburst, but all of that was helped by the defense, or a lot of it was helped by the defense. So both teams, it's all about the ground game on offense, and the run defense is going to be at a high level today. It has to be at a high level for both of these teams.
Yeah, I'm calling you the professor because you know more about high school football in North Dakota than anybody else, it seems. What is the over-under tonight, and who wins this ball game when it's all said and done? Is it too close to call, or is there a favorite in your mind here this evening?
It's going to be a close one because of the low possessions. It's going to be a low-scoring game because of the low amount of possession. So without putting a number on it for either side or a total, I'm just going to say the errors, the turnovers have to be at a minuscule number, and hopefully 0 for both of these coaching staffs. They understand the importance of keeping the football in their possession for a long time today. Can't give any opportunities away today in a low-scoring affair between Davies and Minot High.
Yeah, final thing then for you on the over-under. Will it be under 20 points on each side, do you think? Will it be that low-scoring tonight?
I'd say it's probably a game where if you get in the 20s, you got a good shot to win, Nick.
Appreciate you. Job well done down there. That's Owen Patterson, third member of our broadcast team. And I do call him the professor for a reason. That young man knows quite a bit about North Dakota high school football. How much does he know? Well, he had the standings pegged, and the most recent media poll pretty much on point with his votes that he sent in for the PSP network. Let's take a look at the standings inside of North Dakota 3A football right now. I wouldn't put much stock into where these teams currently line up on the graphic on your screen. That's because there's only been one conference game played in 3A. That was Mandan against Williston. Hudson, Sheldon and company didn't have much trouble with the Mandan Braves on that occasion. Minot, Legacy, Century, Bismarck, Williston, and Mandan all fighting for one of the 4 positions in the playoffs that are available for the West Region teams. You see that Mandan is ranked 4, Minot's ranked 3. Bismarck is ranked number 2. And tonight, guess who they play? Number 1 ranked Cheyenne at 3-0. That's somebody's going to get their first loss here tonight between the Demons and Cheyenne, and that could be a very well indicator of who the top team of the state is going to be, and potentially a preview of the Dakota Bowl for 3A here this year. Davies, 2-0. They're number 5 in the state of North Dakota. Shanley, West Fargo, Fargo North, teams on the bottom of the barrel in the East, not having the season that they're looking to have right now. However, still early in the year here in week number 4. There's your standings for 3A football in our great state of North Dakota. By the way, yes, we talked about it. It's a busy night on the PSP Network. Number 1 at number 2, number 5 at number 3, and we're thrilled to bring it to you here live on the PSP Network. You can watch the Bismarck and Cheyenne matchup on YouTube as well tonight. Chuck Claremont and Scott Woodmansey have the call of that game down in the capital city. We'll take a break on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. When we come back, we're going to dive further into this matchup. We'll look at that most recent media poll. We've got keys to the game coming up. We've got all sorts of goodies just around the corner. We'll do all that when we come back here to the PSP Network of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Minot High, Davies on homecoming night for the Magi here in the Magic City.
In Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Well, the sights from earlier on today, the Minot High homecoming parade taking place on 11th Avenue, just straight south of Dwayne Carlson Stadium. And boy, there was quite a crowd for that. The festivities are certainly fun when you mix in the week that is homecoming. We'll have a homecoming court here at halftime tonight. And of course, the homecoming game, not an easy draw tonight for the Magi for their homecoming matchup. It's 1-1 Minot against 2-0 Davies. Welcome back in to our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot and Bismarck. It's a 15-minute drive-through oil change. You can't beat it at Valvoline Instant Oil Change. They bring you tonight's pregame. Nick Colbert, Bryce Gutnick on the call here tonight from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Nothing like the Minot High Band or any high school band for that matter, is there?
This place is ready for some football. Packed house. The weather is another great weekend weather for football. I know the sun is beaming on us here, Nick, but I don't know how much longer it'll be there, but yeah, just a great night for football.
I built the graphic before the game. It's supposed to go down at about 8:20, and hopefully the temperature drops just a bit as well. It's hot in here right now. Will that be a factor at all at the early portion of this ball game tonight? Because it really is a nice night for football, isn't it?
No, I don't see it playing in a factor-wise on either team. Both teams are ready to go. Minot homecoming, you're always a little extra excited for this particular one, and let's play some football.
Let's play some football. Let's look at the numbers of how these teams come into play here tonight and what we can expect to see in this showdown. They're presented by Ryan Family Dealerships. Locations across western North Dakota for over 50 years. Ryan has been there for your buying and selling needs in the vehicle market. Ryan Family Dealerships. Browse them online, driveryan.com. Davies is unbeaten. They haven't played the conference yet. They're ranked number 5. Minot has a loss. They lost to number 1 Cheyenne. They're ranked number 3. Davies has scored 73 points. They've given up 28. That's through 2 games. Minot scored 58, given up 31 through 2 games. The X factor tonight, the ground attack. Not only do they have Wehrmeyer, they've got some others in the backfield here for Davies. For Minot High, defense, defense, defense. It won them a game last week against Shanley again. Those X factors will play a big role in tonight's ball game.
Yeah, we talked about it already. Expect a lot of carries here for Wehrmeyer. And on the other side, Broderick will be seeing the football often as well. I'll be interested to see Anderson's production. He seemed to be more involved by the week, coming off a great game last week at Shanley.
Taking a look at a couple of those kids that we're talking about here leading into tonight's ball game. Time for our player spotlights here this evening, brought to you by the UPS Store. UPS Store located on South Broadway in Minot for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS Store. Why do we talk about Wehrmeyer? Well, we'll show you in just a second, but the kid that's going to maybe have to outduel him tonight, the Minot High quarterback, is Kellen Burke. The senior has done well, not only through the air, but on the ground. Also, 4 touchdowns on the year. Your thoughts overall, the quarterback play so far from Kellen Burke, the Minot High senior?
Yeah, he's done a very good job. I don't want to say he's a game manager. He's been in there last week, had a couple nice passing plays. There were a few penalties that Minot had that negated some of those yards and those big plays that he created. Like we had that conversation with Chauncey last week. Kellen Burke hasn't played a lot of quarterbacks. So, getting into this rhythm, getting more reps, and each week I expect him to get better and better each game here, Nick.
You see Minot High going to a passing game a little bit more here tonight, potentially. The way that he and Kraft have hooked up for 4 touchdowns on the year seems to really be an X factor and an ace in the hole for the Magi playbook.
Yeah, they love to run the football. I expect Davies to maybe try and load that box play. I don't see them go into like a too deep safety look. They'll probably look to bring a safety down, try and stop that run game early, and say, hey, Mr. Burke's going to have to beat us tonight to secure this win.
On the other side, the young man that we spotlight here tonight, well, he's a good one. Malachi Wehrmeyer, the senior running back. How about these numbers? They're almost insane. 43 touches on the ground for 408 yards. How does that shake out? Well, it's right around 10 yards per carry. 204 yards per game right now for the senior running back here for the Davies Eagles. He scored 8 touchdowns on the year. You want to talk about quick? You want to talk about explosive? You want to talk about all-state next-level caliber? We'll see him here tonight wearing number 7 for the Davies Eagles.
Those look like some John Madden video game numbers from when I used to play, Nick, with my franchise mode. Malachi's been terrific all year. You talk about the yards per carry, the touchdowns are there. Just a heavy dose all night. It's going to be interesting to see some of the adjustments the Magi do to stop this ground attack.
Well, Wermeyer is the real deal. Let's see how he does against this Minot High defense that has been good on the season. The Magi are just about to come out of the tunnel. How about a look at the most recent media poll in our state of North Dakota? Media poll brought to you by ServPro, 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Cheyenne, Bismarck, 1-2. They play tonight on the PSP Network. Minot, Davies, 3-5. They play right here. That's the one you're locked into. Mandan at 2-1. They're number 4 inside of the state. They played Cheyenne last week, and boy, that was a ball game. Came down to the final minutes of that contest. Century's the other team receiving votes inside of AAA football. Bryce, in your mind, any big surprises here on 1 through 5 in the state of North Dakota?
No, I think the way they stacked out, it's a pretty accurate showing of where we're at. Don't forget, it's early in the season, but I think it's pretty accurate for the time being, Nick.
Let's go back down to the professor. He's on the sidelines. Let's ask Owen Patterson's thoughts on where he sees the top 5 in the state of North Dakota. Owen, do you have any big surprises here through the first few weeks of football and into week number 4? I know that media poll where it stands right now, Cheyenne and Bismarck, they have to be the favorites, don't they, my friend? It seems that that's the teams to beat. We're going to find out who's better between the two of them here tonight. Owen's down on the field. Let's see if we can get Owen's thoughts on that heading into tonight's ball game. Owen, are those numbers for real or are they not?
Well, I think just what Bryce said, as things stand right now, Cheyenne and Bismarck are the top 2. They're going to get that figured out today from the capital city as to who is number 1 going into next week. But Minot High with a big performance today against, or on the other side with the Eagles with a big performance against the Magi, could really help their cause to get up into that top 2 conversation. There's going to be a lot of moving next week after the results of tonight's action.
Well, we appreciate you. Have fun down there. We'll talk to you at halftime, my friend. Owen Patterson on the call with us here tonight. Nick Holbrook, Bryce Gutnick here on the PSP Network. Taking a look at the schedule, well, you see it. Davies and Minot, Cheyenne and Bismarck here on the PSP Network. Tomorrow, Dickinson and Minot High and high school volleyball. Should be a good one tomorrow as well. I'll have the call at 2 p.m. tomorrow from the Magic City Campus Gymnasium. We better check that time. I feel like it might be 3. We'll make sure that we get that right for you fans heading into tomorrow. We'll take one more quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll salute our country. We'll have the starting introductions. We'll have our keys to the game. And then guess what? It's just about time for the opening kickoff. The Magi, the Eagles, tonight from the Wayne Carlson Stadium.
The trick to throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
14th time ever, Minot High and Fargo Davies come together tonight. It's in the Magic City. Welcome back into our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. It's time to meet the Magi, salute our flag. While we do that, let's turn it over to Eric Schaefer, the in-game voice of Minot High Magician Football.
The honor and colors as the colors of our nation will be presented by the Minot High School Junior ROTC Color Guard Detail. The Color Guard Detail is commanded by Cadet Technical Sergeant Hannah Rayhoff. Performing the anthem tonight will be the Minot High School Band Trumpet Trio, consisting of Ben Harris, Dylan Jackson, and Ethan Dangle. As always, please hold your applause and remain at attention until the colors have been retired. Thank you.
God bless our servicemen and women. God bless our veterans. God bless America. What a rendition that was of our nation's national anthem here this evening. It's our pregame brought to you by Valvoline for Davies and Minot High. The trumpets add a different element, don't they, Bryce?
Yeah, just a great rendition there tonight. Plus I noticed the cloud covering came over during that national anthem, so really good for us, Nick.
Nothing like it. The view from Dwayne Carlson Stadium here in the Magic City. It is a pretty one. There's no doubt about that. Time for our keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Taking a look at those keys to the game here tonight. By the way, 25 years as your factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. It's Northern Plains. Davies can control the time of possession. Tonight they're going to have a pretty good shot in my mind with how well they run the ball. And for Minot High on the other side, they can stop the run. They can probably get a win here tonight. You heard it from Owen Patterson. He doesn't expect it to be a high-scoring game. I don't think anybody does. But if the Magi could stop the run and stop it in the right territory on the field, in the right position, on the right side of the 50-yard line, they might have a shot here tonight. If you want to elaborate on tonight's keys to the game.
Yeah, like you said, the possession time is going to be huge. Also, what you do with those drives, closing them, getting points on the board for Davies, that is. Minot High side, they're going to run the ball as well. That's their MO this year. They love pounding it with Broderick. Look for Anderson to be more involved. I said that. Could come down, Nick. Let's see what quarterback can maybe make one more play than the other one here tonight. I think that's going to be something that's going to be a deciding factor.
Well, buckle up tight. It is about showtime from here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. The official introductions are taking place. That means we're going to put a cap on our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show here this evening. When we come back, we're going to kick it off. The Magi and the Eagles from right here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium on a beautiful Friday night. It's number 3 against number 5 in the state of North Dakota.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Beautiful night for North Dakota high school football. Visiting Davies Eagles won the toss tonight. They deferred. They're going to kick off to start things off in our first half. Minot High, the home team, celebrating their homecoming here. Ranked number 3 in the state against number 5 Davies. Nick Holbert, Bryce Gutnick on the call here tonight. Bryce, closing thoughts as we take a look at what the weather looks like here tonight. By the way, 74 degrees right now in the Magic City. South-southwest wind at 11. Sunset scheduled for just about 12 minutes from now. That cloud cover is certainly helping the cause at this point. But again, back to the original question, your overall thoughts and closing thoughts as we get ready for North Dakota high school football tonight here in the Magic City.
Yeah, just going to be an exciting night. We've got Cheyenne and Bismarck. We talked about that in the capital city. Here in the Magic City, Davies has come to town. These two teams are ready. Here's the kickoff.
Underway we go from the Magic City as this ball is going to be booted deep into the Minot High end zone. Blake Anderson was back to retrieve. And Minot High will get their ball and the first ball of the game at the 20-yard line here with a first down and 10. First look at the offense, again led by Kellen Burke coming into the showdown here tonight. But how about Blake Anderson? He's really emerged as one of the top players for the Magi in the early portion of this year.
Yeah, he was great on both ends of the ball. His yards per carry, getting more touches in that backfield, kind of spelling Broderick, not making Broderick carry so much of a load for the Magi. That's going to be huge moving forward in this season.
First play of the ball game. Burke from his own 20-yard line. Broderick right to his left. The North Dakota commit going on to play for the Fighting Hawks next year. Quick hitter, near side, connected. And it's going to be moved up to just about almost back to the line of scrimmage as that pass was tossed out and caught by Aaron Prestwich. And the coverage of the secondary was there. The defense for Davies, they are stout. Again, they've only given up on average 14 points per game in the first 2 of the season. Minot High likes that quick hitter play. Let's see if it works for him here tonight.
Yeah, you'd like to see Burke lead Prestwich more up the field. Anytime you're going behind and make a play like that could result in negative yards like that last play did.
Off to the Fighting Hawks commit. He's forward about a yard gain on the play, but they're still behind the line of scrimmage. Brings up a 3rd down and 11 here for the Magi with the ball pinned in at the 19-yard line of the Minot High Magicians. Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Minot State University. Minot State, be seen, be heard, be you. More than 96% of recent college grads are either employed or continuing their education at Minot State University. Minot High had a big 3rd down play to start the ball game. Davies defense in those white uniforms with the Vegas gold. Crimson, possibly you'd call it. They're going to call a timeout here, and we're going to have our first timeout of the ball game. We'll take a quick step aside as well. Minute 10 in, 3rd down and long for the Magi. Timeout Eagles on the field. Third down and 11 here for the Magi as they work from their own territory on the opening drive of the ball game. They show trips now to the left as Burke works from the gun with Broderick over to his left side. Calling the shots again from the gun is Burke. receives it here. He's going to fall back to pass. Coverage and pressure was there. Oh, it was almost picked off. Malachi Wermeyer was there on the coverage. He knocked it down, and the Magi are going to be forced to punt on their first drive of tonight's ball game.
I think Burke would even tell you he got away with one there. Malachi Wermeyer almost took that to the house, Nick, for the first points of the night. Very fortunate for the Magi to be punting in this situation.
Anderson's back to punt. Deep in his own territory, the pressure comes. He gets a towering kick off. It's going to float to about the 45. Drops, takes him on at high bounce. Really good roll for the Magi up to the 41. And Davies will come out on offense for the first time in tonight's ball game. We get our first look at the Davies starting unit. They go like this. It's Xavier Moose, the junior quarterback, that will start behind the center, Trey Steckler. Malachi Wermeyer, Carter DeWald, Colin Williams, and Ryland Fisher are going to touch the ball a bunch here tonight. But let's not discredit that top unit to the front line here for the Davies Eagles. Dubbard, Wermeyer, Kisser, Kingset, Holden Whitty's going to play the tight end position with Majerus. They've got some big guns here, but they don't throw the ball a whole bunch. They set up in a run formation to start. The handoff is going to be carried ahead forward with a gain on the play of at least 9. And guess who it is? Right out of the gate here tonight, we see Wermeyer on the move for Davies.
Just call that a full house backfield on there, Nick. Just a straight dive play. Wermeyer taking those short, choppy steps, following his line. Great gain on first down, setting up second and short.
The numbers that you saw in the pregame show for the young man for Davies are pretty sensational at this point in his senior campaign, averaging just about 10 per carry. He was true on that on the first touch of the ball game. Second down and short for Davies. Handoff. This time they're going to work into the backfield to 26. Ryland Fisher. He's got enough for a first down. And Davies moves the chains for the first time in tonight's ball game. 9:47 to tick down here in our first quarter of football. BNC National Bank scoreboard reading scoreless at this point of the contest. BNC Bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank. Eagles back up on the ball. 3 in the backfield again here. Minot crowds the box. They go right up the middle. And silky smooth again with a gain of, call it 6 again here for Wermeyer. And he dashes forward close to that first down marker, but just about too shy.
You have to see early adjustments made by Minot and that defensive front. Maybe some different techniques played, different gap assignments. May take them a little while to figure this one out in this ball game.
Wermeyer in the backfield, 5'11", 205. He's got a pretty good build for it, doesn't he? This time they hand off, and again on the run, it's Wermeyer that's up past that first down marker. And right now, Davies is working the football on the ground with ease.
Yeah, that double tight look, like you said, that full house backfield. Kind of got to prepare for any one of them to get the football. They're carrying their fakes out really well. Wermeyer, the focus point, like we said in the pregame, on this first drive for Davies.
Well, Minot High secondary, that defensive core. Jackson Dahl, Jolliffe, Broderick back there trying to see if they could shut down the Davies group. They're going to run and pass this time. It's going to be tossed down to about the 20-yard line. That was intended for Ryland Fisher, incomplete. And it brings up a second down for the first time in the ballgame. Davies doesn't have any offensive production on a touch on the football.
That's a great play call, though. You've been running a simple dive, maybe that simple counter, the one play. How about mix in a play action? Muse had him there. He just was late with the football. He gets that out a little quicker. That's a nice pickup for Davies.
3 in the backfield once again. Moose has it here. Hands it off this time. That's actually going to be handed off and into the hands of Carter DeWald. He's going to be wrapped up. But he still has a gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down and just about 4 here. And Davies has been impressive early in this ball game, Bryce, with the way they move the football on the ground. Can't Minot High's defense find a way to shut down this offense that is slithery and bulldozing at the same time is how you look at the way they've run the ball early in the ball game. Up the middle, they fake to the left. Still on his feet was Wermeyer. He's going to be close to the first down marker. No, they're going to spot him down just about 3 yards shy. 4th down and 3 coming here for the Eagles.
Some great, that fake action, carrying it out, trying to freeze that defender from crashing down. If you see them start crashing down, he's going to pull that ball from that fullback, and him and Muse and DeWald will carry it out on the outside. Got to stay disciplined on your outside coverage on the defensive line for the Magi.
4th down situation. They hand off. The run goes forward from Carter DeWald. It's going to be close, but it looks like Davies has a first down. We'll wait for the call here. And they do move the chains as DeWald carries it up for a first down. 24th carry of the year. He's up to 105 yards here in his senior campaign. 50 yards per game. That's not bad for the young man. Running behind Malachi Wermeyer, again averaging 200 per night.
How about this Davies offensive line to start this game? Have looked terrific on the opening drive for them.
Ball's going to be carried this time by Colin Williams. The junior wingback gets the touch. He dances it forward. Another gain on the play of just about 5. And right now, Minot High's got to find a way to stop the bleeding because Davies is running roughshod here in the Magic City.
Maybe something to watch, adjusting that front line. Maybe go to a 5-man line with a 2-backer set. Be interesting to see the adjustments made by Coach Hendershot.
All 3 in the backfield again here for Davies as they set up on a 2nd down. And 5, ball in the 18, run forward. Still on his feet, Wermeyer. This time he's going to be hustled and finally thrown to the ground on a play on the near sideline. Stop came in from Minot High's Mason Eichhorn. And Eichhorn had to certainly wrestle him out of play there, but the gain has Davies deep inside the Serpro red zone.
The 3rd effort by Wermeyer, picking up the first down and continuing to move the chains for Davies.
Down to 6 minutes on the clock. First quarter. A key to the game brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. For Davies tonight was clock management. It's fair to say in time of possession, it's fair to say they've executed on their first drive of the game. Rolling out, Muse has it. He's going to run over towards the left side. Gobbled up. There is a flag on the play. Flag comes in. We'll see if we can get the call on the field.
I believe they got Colin Williams, 88, holding out on the edge there.
All that call will be coming here in just a moment. Good eye, Bryce. Marches him back 5 yards from the spot of the foul, so now it's going to be a first down from the 20-yard line. Davies up on the ball again. 5:33 ticking down on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 3 in the backfield again. Here is Moose. Keeps it. Runs to his right. He's going to be wrangled up on the play. Broderick wrapped him up at the feet. And it brings up a 2nd down.
That's just great defense, great assignment football. Knowing your gap, knowing who you're responsible for. Good play by the Magi. Setting up 2nd and long for Davies.
Well, Griffin Broderick off to play at the University of North Dakota for the Fighting Hawks. On the offensive side of the ball, he has been stellar. Defensively in the linebacking position, he's been very good as well. Brings up a 2nd down and long here for Davies. Handoff up the middle. Wermeyer again. He's going to cross it up over the 11-yard line. And back to the original line of scrimmage they go as it brings up a 3rd down and 10 from deep inside the Serpro red zone.
Yeah, down at Davies to be successful and to pull off this big win on the road tonight. Can't see many 3rd and longs throughout this ball game.
Well, you'd expect the Minot High faithful to come to volume here. Great crowd on hand tonight here in the Magic City. Homecoming night for Minot High School. Ranked number 3 in the state after their first state title a year ago and the first state title since 1980. They're going to pass. Little screenplay. It was up into the hands there of Colin Williams. It fell incomplete. And 4th down will now come out here for Davies. Will they elect to go for 3? They've got a kicker in Colby Nelson. And they've got the top running back in the state of North Dakota, arguably in Wermeyer. We'll see where the play call comes in from the head coach, Wayne Wermeyer, here in year number 3 at the helm of Davies.
That was a great play design. Magi very fortunate. Looked like they had that screen set up, a couple blockers set up on that far sideline where they could have maybe even scored on that play, Nick.
Kick is up, hold was good, snap was back, and it's right down Broadway. First 3 points of the night belong to their own team. Davies leads 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Well, homecoming night here in the Magic City means some extra festivities on the grounds at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Hess is here tonight. They had a tailgate party out in the parking lot. Those hot dogs look pretty good. So do the burgers, I got to tell you, my friend. They didn't have one. Did you get a chance?
No, I was just about to ask you what's your go-to on your hot dog, Nick.
The older I get, the more I'm into mustard, ketchup, and relish.
You got to give me the raw white onions and give me some mustard, and I'm a happiest guy in the world.
No ketchup. You just go raw onions and mustard?
I'll dabble with it, but more of a mustard guy.
Big thanks to Hess for being a part of the community here tonight on the Minot High homecoming. Fantastic stuff out in the parking lot. Hometown Magi trail 3-0, to Davies after the first drive of the ball game for the Magi. Didn't see much offense. Was the opposite side of the coin for Davies as they dominated the clock and the ground game with their first offensive drive of the game. Minot High puts wide receivers, 2 of them over on the right side. Burke from back in the gun. Hands off Broderick, cuts to the left, then the right. Broderick dances forward for a short gain on the play. Brings up a second down and 9 to go here for the Magi.
Kind of like I expected, Davies going to that box. They're going that single safety, really playing down. Going to force Burke to make some throws in this contest. Look for him to look for Kraft early in this game.
Well, the connections that they've had early on in the season have certainly been fun to watch. 4 times they've connected for touchdowns on the year. This time Burke goes up under center now with wideouts on the right side. Might have put some man in motion. That's Prestwich. They hand off Broderick. Broderick up to the left side, almost to the 25-yard line. He's hauled up on the play. It's a smash mouth type of game here tonight. We take another look at this one on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Locations in Western North Dakota. It's Ryan Family Dealerships. Browse our massive inventory online. DriveRyan.com.
The Magi will, just kind of like last week, they not too successful at moving the ball on the ground that first quarter. They will not give up on it, though, Nick. They will continue to pound the rock as this game goes along.
Minot High sets up with a 3rd down and 6. Ball deep in their own territory. Burke from the gun. 2 wide receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Burke back to pass, taking a shot, looking for Kraft. It's up into the hands. It's going to be intercepted here on the near sideline. Davies is down with the football, and Liam Wicklow from the secondary comes up with the INT.
Liam Wicklow, great help from the safety position. If I'm Coach Henderson, I'm not too disappointed in that. It's kind of like a punt, essentially. Take your shot, throw it deep down the sideline, see if you can get this offense going. But regardless, still really good field position to start this drive for Davies.
Well, it's been all Fargo Davies so far this ball game here tonight. They get the ball back with a 1st down and 10. Ball marked at the 46-yard line from the right hash, their own side of the field. 3-back set again for Davies. They hand off. Running to the near side and up with the carry again. It's Colin Williams, and Williams gathers up at least 4 on the play here for Davies. And it's just been a steady dose on the ground, and every time they've run the football, Bryce, they've been good for 4 or more.
Yeah, their first downs have been terrific. 5-6 yards, setting them up in some short 2nd and even 3rd down situations so far in this ball game.
49-yard line, Minot High side of the field, right hash again. From under center they work here with 3 in the backfield. They put a man into motion this time. It's Fisher over to the left side. Quarterback's going to keep it. Now he pitches it off on the option play. Diving forward well up over the 40-yard line. And nice execution coming again here as touching the football was Liam Wicklow. And Davies doing some pretty impressive things at this point to the ballgame.
Great design there. Call that speed option. Him just rolling off, rolling out, sprinting. If they're crashing down on that, he pitches it just like he did. Had the pitch man set up a first down.
Eagles work from under center again. This time from the left hash. Same formation. Will we see the same play here? We will. Moose rolls it out, trying to go to Wicklow McGee. That time it's going to be incomplete on the pitch, if you will. The coverage was there from Minot High's defensive core. Broderick was in on the scampering rush to shut that down. It brings up, should be a second down and 10 here. They've got the marker at a 1st and 10. Now they move the chain. Now they move the marker. It's a second down. And let's call it 6 coming here is what it is.
Good job by Vidal on that, reading that last play. Quarterback decided to pitch it a little too late. That's why it caused it to be a fumble and out of bounds.
Ball's going to be run right up the middle again. I tell you right now, I mean, obviously from up here, we're quite a ways away from the gridiron where they stand right now, but it is confusing from here to see who's got the football on that 3-back set, and obviously it's causing all sorts of trouble for Minot High and that secondary and defensive core for them as well.
Yeah, we maybe give a little warning to our viewers. We may be confused a time or two, but we'll do our best to get it right. Some great fakes being carried out. Just a really good start to this game running the football for Davies.
Motion man again. Muse hands it off here. That time it's going to go into the hands of Colin Williams, and Williams is forward with it. The yards after the initial tackle there, but the quarterback is down on the ground and in some pain here. We're going to have a timeout coming on the field as Moose is down. Hate to see that early on in this ball game or at any time for that matter. 3-0 Davies on top. We've got a timeout on the field. An injury timeout.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Quarterback for Davies, Xavier Muse, still down on the ground. The junior at 6'3", 210, and this looks like it could be more than a cramp here, Bryce, which you hate to see. He's going to get up and get off on his own power, however.
Yeah, let's hope Xavier Muse is okay and able to get back in this football game. And to me, Nick, it looked like one of the linemen stepped on him with his cleat. When you're in a quarterback in those positions where you're doing those quick handoffs and those dive situations, that's a thing that can happen. So
live look in brought to you by Planet Pizza. Tonight, the area's largest laser tag playground in the region. It's Planet Pizza. Bismarck up on Cheyenne, 6-0. 11:58 left in the second quarter of football. Wicklow in at quarterback now here for Davies as the ball is going to be handed off again. Short gain of just about 1 on the play. Brings up a second down and 9. Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you by our friends. Now there's a flag on the play. It's on Davies. Second penalty of the ball game. Marches him back 5. It's going to bring up a first down and 15 to go here.
I believe they got a false start on the line there. The near judge threw that flag.
Tonight's ball game on the PSP Network, proudly brought to you by the UPS Store. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. It's the UPS Store. Well, the new quarterback's in, and he can run it. It's Liam Wicklow. This time he's going to be gobbled up on the play as Broderick came flying in and made the stop for the Magi.
Great play by Broderick, shedding that block, sealing the edge there, avoiding a nice gain there by Wicklow. It looked like he had got loose.
We are through one quarter of football. Davies leads Minot 3-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Three 0 Minot High School trailing Fargo Davies on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Nick Colberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Tonight's game is brought to you by our friends Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you. Minot State, where more than 96% of recent grads are either employed or continuing their education. Minot State grads get jobs, period. Did you graduate from Minot State?
No, just a Minot High. I love Nick. No Minot State degree.
While our very own Owen Patterson's down on the sideline, he's currently active at Minot State University. Owen, I don't know if they can teach you this in college or not, but how do you shut down the Davies run right now?
Well, they got to figure out where they're handing off the ball. I've been as confused as you guys might be up there. There's a Weirmeyer in the backfield for Fargo Davies, but there's also a Weirmeyer on the offensive line, and that's really where Davies has their big focus tonight. Getting off the ball faster than Minot High's defensive line. They've been able to do that through the first quarter. That's really the key that I've heard from the Davies sideline today. Get off the ball quick.
We appreciate your job well done down there. Fair to say the battle in the trenches is real tonight, Bryce. Davies works trying to add to a 3-0 lead. They hand off again.
Kind of like that first drive, though. They're getting in these third and longs because of penalties that really been able to run the ball really well. But 3rd and 15, they're not equipped for down and yardage like these, Nick.
Lincoln Brooks, 6'1", 220. Landon Bedell, 6'5", 220. Dylan Huber, 6'4", 275. Mason Eichhorn, 6 foot 200. It's like Minot High. It's not like Minot High doesn't have size on the line. It's just that Davies has been able to find the way around, and another handoff play and a run to the far side over on the right. Colin Williams brings it off ahead. There's a gain on the play, but still a 4th down situation approaching here for Davies.
Pretty good play there by Davies, trying to set them up to add another field goal in this game. Pick up about 8 or 9 yards, make this attempt more manageable. Going to be about a 38-yard attempt here, Nick.
Well, it's a deep one. On to kick is 44, Colby Nelson. He's 1 for 1 in the ballgame. Kick is up, has a chance. Lugono and Patterson down near that camera. It's no good. Minot will get the ball back. 3-0. They trail on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 10:48 is what remains in the first half of football.
Here we go, where they get it into Doppler up the near side. 3, 2 second, 1 second. Doppler rises right wing, 3, bingo! Oh! Anthony Doppler wins it at the buzzer! Oh! Are you kidding me? He turns, he fires, and he buries it!
Well, if you haven't already done so, make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network. Our mission is to promote local athletes. Find us on Facebook and on X, PSP Network. Proud to bring you North Dakota high school football here tonight in a big one between number 3 and number 5 of the state. Minot High, the number 3 team. Davies, number 5. We also have number 1, Cheyenne, at number 2, Bismarck. Woodmansey and Claremont have the call of that one. By the way, the PSP Cup happened earlier this week. The staff and some of the staff of PSP Network competed in the PSP Cup at Hawk Tree Golf Course. Here's Broderick over to the right side. Broderick dancing forward, and Broderick picks up a first down for the Magi. Might have needed that in a big way.
The guy's name I mentioned a few times last week, Noah Bledsoe. Great block on the outside. Spring in Broderick for a few and a first down. Much needed for the Magi.
Broderick running hard. He's got the ball again here. He's up over the 35-yard line. And he's got a gain again on the play. Minot High and Broderick with a gain of 6 brings up a second down at 4. The Magi might have some mojo here with the Fighting Hawk commit.
Like I said, they're going to be committed to running the football, finding some holes here on this drive here. 10 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Minot works from the gun here. Broderick again in the backfield. Spin move. Broderick to his left. Broderick's then pasted, but he got yards on the play. There is a flag down on the field. We'll take the call from the gentleman in the white hat coming in just a moment here.
I think we got holding on Minot here. They're marching back.
Ten yards from the spot of the foul. Brings up a second down. 15 for the Magi. Well, 2 steps forward, 1 back here for Minot High School. Deep in their own territory. Under 10 to play, first half. Kraft goes into motion. They fake the handoff to him. They go to Broderick. Broderick's going to get up over the 30, up to the 31-yard line before he's wrangled up on the play. And the secondary for Davies, they're tough and mean as well, my friends. They come in, and the big man in that linebacking spot makes the play. Jason Hunter, the 6'5", 245-pound senior, came up with the stop.
Different look by the Magi on this drive. They just brought in an extra offensive lineman on that last play, showing an unbalanced look, trying to get Broderick going in this football game.
It's going to be a timeout coming on the field, I do believe. And it is. The Magi want to talk things over. Take a quick opportunity. I think it's only fair that we salute Todd Domries. He won the PSP Cup this year. You notice how in this picture there's only one guy that's really smiling? It's the guy that's holding the cup. Congratulations, Todd Domries. What a day it was at Hawk Tree earlier on this week. Woodmansey, Claremont, Aaron Wald, our production guy, or one of them down in Bismarck. Joe and Josh Cattell, Tony Mueller. Todd Domries won it. I was there. I didn't take last. That was Tony Mueller this year. We got to appreciate him for coming out and taking one for the team, it feels like. What a round of golf it was. We missed you down there, my friend.
You want to talk about any highlights from your round, Nick? Any spectacular shots or anything big happen in your round of play there?
Yeah, well, I was leading the pack through the first 5.
There you go.
And then TD's cart and that group put in their scores, and all of a sudden I was no longer in the hunt. Third down and 11 for the Magi. Ball on the right hash, marked at the 31-yard line, almost back to the original line of scrimmage for the Magi. Deep in our first half of football, Minot High looking for some sort of offensive production here. Burke on the keeper. He is tattooed. Wermeyer comes up. He slams the door.
Been talking about Wermeyer on the offensive side of the football. How about that fill by him on that play? Meeting Burke in the hole, setting up a punt for the Magi.
Yeah, this is a big boy hit right here, and that's just about textbook. Wrap Burke up right at the ankles or right at the low waist. Down to the ground he went. Minot High is going to be forced to punt as Burke is going to actually have Blake Anderson is going to punt it here as he towers it up. Another nice punt for the Magi. It's going to be fielded here up to the 35-yard line where it's going to be gobbled up by Davies. They're going to go to work on the offense. That offense comes out again, and they have certainly done their job so far in this ball game here tonight. Do you think Minot High has maybe found an answer?
Yeah, adjustments are good to continue to be made. I know I use that word a lot throughout this football game on the defensive side by Minot. We talk time of possession. I bet Davies probably ran about 12 to 15 more plays than Minot already in this game. Going to have to change for the Magi on the offensive side.
Well, they go with the 3-back set again. Starting quarterback. Moose was injured early in the ball game. He's back in the contest, taking the snaps. It didn't matter. They hand off again. Wermeyer's up over the 50-yard line, up to the 49, and another first down, Fargo Davies.
A lot of success on first down. The yards per carry have been there where Davies has ran into trouble, have been the penalties in sustaining these drives. But first down has been terrific. Another one here for Davies.
Eagles go to work. Midfield, trying to add to a 3-0 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They fake to the right up Broadway again. Wermeyer is there. Wermeyer on the carry. Close to the first down marker, but still shy. Second down and two, coming here.
Doing a great job at creating some confusion in that backfield. Just another straight dive handoff and another 8 on the ground for Wermeyer.
Son of factor for everybody on this side of the field as it continues to set here in the beautiful Trestle Valley. Ball's going to be handed off. They work it to the left side again. The carry that time with the football was number 26, Ryland Fisher. Gain on the play, good enough for a first down, Fargo Davies. I know I talk about it every time we're at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. There's nothing like these sunsets and this view from here at this football field, is there, Bryce?
Oh, it is fantastic. Just, we've been spoiled with our weather for these first few weeks, Nick.
First down and 10. Ball at the 38. Davies on the move again. Wermeyer's got it. Wermeyer's going to be gobbled up inside. A handful of maroon jerseys. Big Dylan Huber was there to make the stop for the Magi.
It was a great read by Jolliffe, blowing that play up. His responsibility, his lane, sticking to his job. Great play.
Good crowd on hand tonight here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. You see a nice look of it here. Beautiful night for football. Beautiful weekend for football on its way. Davies would like it a whole lot more if they could come in and move to 3-0 and upset the number 3 team of the state. Over to the right side with the football. It's Wermeyer again that had the carry. I'm sorry, correct me, it's Colin Williams that was the one that ran it forward. Another gain on the play.
Davies will take that, making this third down much more manageable. Do not want to get in those 3rd and 10s, 3rd and long situations. Set it up 3rd and short, maybe run the football again. Set yourself up to go for it on 4th down if you don't pick it up here.
Play clock down to 9 seconds. They're going to come back into the huddle. They're going to be forced to take a timeout here. And they will. Play clock got down to 2, and the timeout is called. 3-0. Fargo Davies leads on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC Bank locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online, bnc.bank.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Well, we come back on another live look-in brought to you by Planet Pizza. It's a dogfight down in Bismarck, just as it is here in the Magic City. Still 6-0 Demons over number 1 Cheyenne. Again, Chuck Claremont, Scott Woodmansey have the call of number 1 against number 2 in the state from the MDU Resources Community Bowl. Handoff right side, breaking free. There's a run for a first down. Colin Williams hustles on the play up past the pylon. First down.
Couple great runs here by Colin Williams, kind of spelling Malachi Wermeyer, getting a few other Eagles involved in this ball game. Another good drive going here for Davies. We've seen it a few times here in this first half.
Well, nice defensive stop for Minot High. And Caden Henderson, he came up as the last line of defense to make the play. Well, everybody's faked on that play as the ball's going to be run up Broadway again. And it's Wermeyer that had the carry. Wermeyer with another first down, and into the ServPro red zone goes Fargo Davies. ServPro 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, and advanced technology serving Western North Dakota at ServPro.
The jump by Huber on that play, it looked like he was going to get to the quarterback as he was handing the football off, but still were able to get it to Wermeyer, setting up another first down inside the red zone.
3-back set again for Davies. We've seen it all night long. They're going to fake the handoff to the right. They went to the left with it. Wermeyer was the one that had the carry. He's at the bottom of the pile again. And Wermeyer didn't get much on that play. Kid that averages 10 yards per carry. He's had 200 yards on average per night here in his senior campaign. He's already accounted for 8 touchdowns on the year here for Fargo Davies. I mean, you talked about that in the pregame, that those are Madden numbers, and he's a kid that is well on his way to having record-type seasons and record-breaking type seasons with numbers like that. Pretty impressive stuff, and he's only getting started here in week number 4. And keep in mind, Davies already had their off week. Handoff, right side, cutting free. Finding some space there was Colin Williams, and Williams is forward with another nice gain on the play for Fargo.
Another 3rd and manageable for them. They've been very good about this, avoiding penalties on this drive, setting up some very manageable 3rd downs to pick up, continuing to grind this clock. The Magi defense has been on the field for a very long time, Nick, in this first half.
3:27 ticks down first half of football. 3-back set again. Hughes calling the shots, then Wermeyer's going to turn around and call a timeout. Davies will take it. That is their last timeout of the first half. 3:16 remains in the first half of football. Fargo Davies 3, Minot High nothing on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
Changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Tonight's game on the PSP Network proudly brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics. Oh, we apologize. There we go. Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign. 0% financing, free consultations either in the office or online. Visit them at minotbraces.com. 3rd down at 5. Here's the ball handed off again. Wermeyer, he's going to get over the 5-yard line. Right to the 4, not enough for a first down. Brings up a 4th down and short inside of Minot High territory and deep inside the Serve Pro red zone.
About a yard to go here. You got to believe they're going to line up and go for it here. Just turn around, give it to Wermeyer, their workhorse. Another note, it is great to see Xavier Muse back in this football game. Went down with that injury earlier. Great to have him back.
He's under center here as he's got the football. They hand off. They go to the right side into the end zone. Fargo Davies touchdown. It's Colin Williams.
Great block on the edge there, setting up Colin Williams. 4th and 1. Maybe paying a little extra attention to Wermeyer there, though. They go to Colin Williams. He gets the edge, making this a 2-possession game.
First time of the season, Colin Williams is into the end zone for a touchdown. And Davies is on top of this ball game, 9-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Point after, on its way. It's up, it's got the distance, it's through the uprights and good. 10-0 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Colin Williams' first TD of the year.
If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Magic Towing halftime report right around the corner. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Owen Patterson will be on the field. He's going to talk to Wayne Wermeyer, the head coach of Davies, at the end of our first half of football. Any guesses on if Coach Wermeyer is satisfied with where this ball game sits right now here with 2:37 left in the first half?
Gotta love their come out on the road, making that long bus ride to the Magic City, the ability to continue to run the football this week. Great start for Davies on the road.
Well, Minot High is going to get field position at the 25 as Blake Anderson brought the ball back up to the 25. Anderson was our MVP of the game, brought to you by Sport Clips just a week ago after Minot High beat up on Shanley in a ball game that ended at 41-7. Anderson hasn't had many touches here in this ball game tonight, nor is anybody in maroon and gold, in the dark maroon and gold here this evening. That's because the Davies defense has forced Minot High into some 3-and-out situations. Ooh, and there's a flag on the play. Block in the back, I believe, is what the call was.
I think it was a blindside block. I believe it was a personal foul blindside, so that's going to go half
the distance to the goal for the Magi. Burke works from the gun here. Hands off Broderick. Stutter step move, Broderick. Open air, Broderick's up over the 30-yard line, and Broderick turns the motor on and gives Minot High a first down at 10.
Much needed first down here as they get to the 2-minute drill. Any sort of points that the Magi can come up with on this drive, the offense just hasn't been there in the first half.
Hand off again, Broderick moves the ball forward. Brings up a second down at 8. Yeah, sometimes it'd be fun to have the behind the scenes up here, wouldn't it, Bryce?
Need a blooper reel.
Yeah,
the camera down, but we're okay.
I think we're all right. Everybody's
all right.
okay in the booth. I don't know how this camera's doing, but I think we're going to be okay. To the near side, Prestwich dances forward. Prestwich up to about the 36 before he's hauled up on the play. Third down and 5 coming here for the Magi. Well, we saw it in week number 1 when Minot High turned on the Jets at the tail end of the first half against Cheyenne. They certainly had some success in that avenue of the ball game at the tail end of that first half. It carried over into the second where they had a come from behind charge. Here's Prestwich on the catch near the 50. Prestwich gives Minot High a first down.
Great job by the offensive line. They're going to hurry up there, picking up that blitz, allowing Burke with some time, getting it out to Prestwich on the edge. Another first down to move the chains for the Magi.
Ryan Family Dealerships replay. You see Prestwich on the catch. This time they come back over to Prestwich on the near sideline, and it will be incomplete. Second down and 10 remains on the field.
Be interesting here. Burke might have an injury on his side. He's gingerly running over to Coach Hendershot. Yeah, he's going to come to the sideline.
Well, Kellen Burke, the senior quarterback for the Magi, talking to Fred Spalding from Trinity Sports Medicine. Minot High's athletic trainer, and in to take the snaps now for the Magi is number 5. It's Tegan Schindler in there for the Magicians, working from the gun. Schindler on the keeper. He's straight ahead with the run. He's going to have a gain on the play of nearly 5. Brings up a third down and 5 coming here for Minot High School.
I like that simplicity. Bring him into the game, his first snap. Simple run. Right down Broadway. Some good yardage. Burke is back into the football game here. So Burke is back at quarterback.
Burke fakes the handoff, rolls out to the right side, looks downfield. He finds Kraft. It's complete. And Kraft gets out of bounds over the 40-yard line up to just about the 36. Minot High's on the move at the tail end of our first half. 42 seconds is what remains here in the first half of football.
I love when they do that. Get Burke outside the pocket. It seems he's a lot more comfortable on the move, making things happen outside the pocket. Has had some success, some good looks. Getting out of bounds on that. Another first down. Down to 42 seconds here in the first half.
Well, Minot High looking for some points to end this first half of football. It would be giant at this point in the game as Davies has had them hemmed in big time. Little screen play out to Bledsoe, makes a man miss. Bledsoe up over the 20-yard line, down into the Serve Pro red zone. First down here for the Magi.
Had some success rolling them out right. Why not roll them out left? Bledsoe sneaks out into the to the corner there. Just a little simple dump off. Yards after catch, making people miss. Huge on that play.
Well, for Noah Bledsoe on the season, 2 receptions for 18 yards. Through the first 2 games. Hasn't been used a ton, however. In that fullback position, he's been good for the Magi. They go to Broderick here, dancing left, now right. Broderick diving forward. Big gain on the play for the Magi. And Broderick has Minot High deep inside the Serve Pro red zone. Will Minot High use a timeout? They've got 2 to burn. And they will do just that. Timeout coming here for the Magi. Well, again, we'll have Owen Patterson down on the field talking to Wayne Wermeyer, the head coach of Davies, coming up here at the break. Bryce and I will have the recap and the highlights of this first half. Hasn't been a whole lot of them, by the way. 10-0, Davies on top. A lot of short 5-yard runs. There hasn't been any big firework bang-bang plays yet in this ball game. And really, I think that's just the name of the game for Fargo Davies and what they look to do week in and week out. And tonight they've had success with it. However, Minot High looking to see if they could have some success of their own here with 28 seconds left in the first half.
Before this last drive, I believe the Magi had ran about 10 offensive plays only in this ball game. So very important drive as Davies does receive the second half kickoff in this ball game.
From the gun again, here's Burke. See him calling the shots. 34 is Broderick to his right side. Kraft the motion man. Burke scampering, trying to fire it forward. He had Bedell there, but it was incomplete. 25 seconds is what's left of the first half of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. 10-0, Davies on top.
Some good pressure there out on the edge by Davies. They had Bedell set up on there. He may have walked into the end zone on that one.
Well, Bedell had a touchdown at the end of the first half last week at Sid Cichy Stadium, home of Shanley. However, that touchdown was called back. There was a flag on the play. Minot High looking to see if they can get some points here to stick on the board. 3rd down and 3 for the Magi. Burke's got it. There's a flag on the play, and the play is going to be whistled dead.
Crucial penalty for Minot. That's going to back him up 5, set him up in a 3rd and long situation.
25 seconds left here in the first half. 3rd and 7 for the Magi, I do believe it is. 3rd and 7 with 25 seconds left here. They'll work from the left hash. Do we see a shot coming from Burke off to Kraft potentially? They've connected 4 times on the year for touchdowns, Bryce. Minot needs a big play here at the tail end of the first half of football.
They've had some success rolling him out. I'd like to see them try and get him out to the right here, try and create something on the run.
2 wide receivers right, 1 on the left from the left hash. 3rd down and again 7 with 25 seconds left here in the first half of football. Kellen Burke rolls out to the right to the 20, down to the 10. Burke runs his way out of bounds on the play, and Kellen Burke gives Minot High a 1st down and goal, and now they're deep in the Serve Pro red zone.
Nobody open. Burke decides to do it with his feet. Out of bounds at about the 5-yard line, giving the Magi a couple shots at punching it in before the half runs out.
Play call coming back in here from Burke. He took it from Chauncey Hendershot. Minot High is going to have the ball at the 6-yard line. Davies' defense has been about as good as it could possibly be here in this first half. They've only given up 368 total yards of opponent's offense against here on the season. Burke's got it now. He rolls over to his right side, looks downfield, takes a shot, tried to go to the corner of the end zone for Kraft. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming here for the Magi.
Nothing open on that play. Smart play by Burke. Live to play another down, get rid of it, and back of the end zone. Ticks down to 12 seconds here in the 2nd quarter.
Not a must score in your mind, I wouldn't think. However, these are big points if they can get them.
Yeah, any sort of points here before the half is going to be huge for Minot. Try and carry any sort of momentum into the second half. The first half dominated by Davies.
One timeout remains for the Magi, by the way, as the play call comes in. Broderick in the backfield. He's lined up next to Burke. Game clock at 12, play clock at 4. Burke over to his left side, cuts back to the right. Burke's down to the 5. Will we see that timeout coming from Minot High School? Yes, we will. It's timeout on the field brought to you by our friends at Hub International Insurance. Magi call the timeout. Well, does Minot have the play that they need to get 6 or just 3 potentially? Do you go for 3 and Kellen Burke to get some points on the board here?
It's an interesting call. Some teams will elect to just kick it and use a few seconds off the clock. You really got to trust your quarterback in these situations. You got to go to his first read. If it's not there, you got to get rid of the football. Make sure you're not taking a sack or landing inbounds that allows that time to run out. So it'll be an interesting call here by Coach Hendershot on what he wants to do here.
Well, they still work on getting that play call in. Looks like they've got what they would like to do in the works. Update from Bismarck at the half, 6-0. Bismarck High leading Cheyenne. Did anyone think it would be that tight of a game tonight in Bismarck? We knew it would be close. Low scoring, however, that first half of football. Well, Minot High is going to look for 3. Kim Burke put it through the uprights. Snap is back. Kick is up. Had plenty of leg. It's good. Minot's on the board. 10-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard as Kellen Burke does it again. If you remember back to last year, he was the young man that gave Minot High the state championship on the final play of the game at the Fargo Dome against Fargo Shanley last year. Ice in the veins, no different here in this occasion. 10-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard, and Minot High, as we talked about, certainly has to be happy with some points here in this first half of football.
Yeah, finally the ability to sustain that drive, getting some success, running the ball on the edges, getting Burke rolled out. That has been the most successful they've been in the passing game. Getting him on the move, resulting in 3 points, cutting this to a 1-possession game right before the half ends.
Well, Davies will get one more look at the football here. Minot High is going to kick it off. Burke will set it up at his own 40-yard line. Well, we see an explosive run back here from Davies. They have the ability to do just that. Waiting for it. Mathiasen and Wicklow. This ball is going to go through the end zone as Burke had the boot and put it on through. Davies will come back out. Will Davies run a play here to end the first half of football?
Maybe just a simple handoff like we've seen to Wermeyer. If I'm the head coach, if I'm Wermeyer there, I would just probably take a knee. Yeah, I'd be very satisfied where my team's at in this first half. The ability to run the football, have the lead at the half, really control the football game.
Talked about this being the 14th game all time. Well, the victory formation is there. They're looking to do that at the end of the ball game. They do it at the end of the first half. 10-3 at the break. We're going to keep it right here. Owen Patterson's going to grab Wayne Wehrmeyer, the head coach of Fargo Davies, coming up in just a moment. 14th game all time. Minot High's got an 8-5 mark against Davies all time. Owen Patterson's on the field with Wayne Wehrmeyer. Let's go down to the field to you, Owen Patterson.
Coach, you win the time of possession battle, you win the turnover battle, and you have a 10-3 lead on the scoreboard. Was that a satisfactory first half for you guys?
No, we had 2 or 3 opportunities to score. They don't come along all the time, so we've got to capitalize on those.
How's Xavier's leg? All right, thank you very much.
Well, we appreciate him down there giving us the time. You don't think it's all business even in week 4? It certainly is. Magic Towing halftime report comes up next here on the PSP Network. 10-3 Davies at the break.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network.
Well, we come back to our Magic Towing halftime report. We do apologize to those sponsors. However, homecoming court and the royalty from Minot High School being recognized on the field. We're going to take that presentation and turn it over to Eric Schaefer, the voice of the Magi.
Haley Carr is escorted by Griffin Broderick. And your 2024 homecoming King and Queen. Promessa Phelps is escorted by Cooper Field. Promessa is the daughter of Scott Fisher and Rebecca Phelps, and Cooper is the son of Howard and Brandy Field. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Mile High homecoming court with Queen Promessa Phelps and King Cooper Field.
Well, congratulations to the Minot High royalty for 2024. We're going to keep it right here on our Magic Towing halftime report. I would guess that the high school band and cheerleaders have something in store for us here tonight. While we're here on the Magic Towing halftime report, we'll tell you that Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota, save $50 off a tow. Just say that you heard their message on the PSP Network. It's Magic Towing. You blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. Let's go back to Eric Schaefer.
Varsity and University dance team. They're also performing their home routine. This routine is choreographed by the seniors. The Minot dance team is a co-op dance team combined of both Minot High School and Minot North High School students. The Minot seniors and captains are the head captain and top captain, Zayna Klein. The kick captain is Brooke Pettis. The jazz and hip hop captain is Brenna Swartout. The varsity Minot are coached by Sarah Holiday and Chelsea Vittel. The university Jets are coached by McKenna Burkhardt. The dance team would like to give a special birthday shout out to Matt. So please welcome your Minot dance team.
Well, a job well done from the Minot High dance team here this evening. 10-3 at the break. Brought to you by Magic Towing. When we come back, we'll have the highlights and the recap of the first half of football. Davies up on Minot by 1 possession.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Point. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Many of our clients come to us already accomplished in their lives and on the right track. However, whether it's in response to a life-changing event or you are nearing retirement, you can sleep well knowing that together we have planned for both life's opportunities and challenges. And no matter what happens, we are here to help guide you.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
Made it through one half of football. Minot High trailing Fargo Davies by a score. 10-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. That's our halftime report brought to you by our friends at Magic Towing. Magic Towing, you blow it, we tow it. Put this number in your phone now, 701-509-4011. Owen Patterson down on the field. See if he can grab Chauncey Hendershot potentially. However, it's a big game tonight. You saw that earlier on here in the ballgame. Owen does have Chauncey. Let's go down to him here real quick.
Points. That's got to be a confidence boost for the third quarter.
It is. Credit to Davies. They're doing a great job defensively, getting us off our rhythm. Time of possession definitely skewed in their favor, but found a little something there in the final drive and going into the half, just build on that and come out here and finish a football game.
Talking about your own defense, you've delivered a lot of hits to Davies. You've also been hit quite a bit. You take that halftime to kind of heal up a little bit for an important second half.
Yeah, two good football teams. A Friday night here, we can't ask for anything else. Our guys are ready to go here for the second half. We need to play better. We need to execute. Need to play lower and play for 6 seconds. But some lessons I think here still in this young season. Good halftime and hopefully we can build on what we finished the half with there.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you.
Well, that's Chauncey Hendershot down there with Owen Patterson. Job well done, partner. Always appreciate Chauncey Hendershot as well. Here's the highlights from the first half. Some of them. Well, Bryce, there aren't a whole lot to show. Field goal from Kellen Burke. There was one on the other side as Davies has themselves a field goal in the ball game. Do you have a recap of the scoring for us by chance, partner?
I do, Nick. I can go through that right now. At the 4-minute mark in the first quarter, we had a field goal by Davies. 30-yard attempt made it 3-0. Second quarter, with 2:37 remaining, Williams from 7 yards out, a rushing touchdown. Extra point was good to make it 10-0. And right before the half, 5 seconds remaining, Burke with a 23-yard field goal to make it 10-3, and that's where we stand at the half.
Yeah, highlights working backwards to forwards here in this highlight package. Here's the touchdown that was scored, first of the year for the Davies Eagles. Big man in the backfield, Colin Williams, 6'4", 205-pounder. This was the drive to get him down the field, and it's been a steady dose all ball game long of Davies on the ground. That's going to put a cap on our Magic Towing halftime report. It's officially showtime here for our second half of football. If you're just joining us, Minot High is in maroon, the dark unis, and Davies is in their whites tonight. Nick Holberg, Bryce Gutnick on the call. Big thanks again to Magic Towing, bringing you the halftime report. Magic Towing, once again, mention the name PSP Network when you call for a tow at Magic Towing. You'll receive $50 off of that tow at Magic Towing. Big thank you to Brock and his staff for Magic Towing for being proud supporters of our mission of promoting high school athletes. Well, you heard from Chauncey Hendershot. You heard from Wayne Wermeyer. Both coaches, we talked about it being intense at the break here tonight, and for good reason. Minot High is ranked number 3 in the state. Davies is ranked number 5. This is a big ball game here tonight. However, it really doesn't mean anything, Bryce, because one's in the EDC, the other is in the WDA. Wermeyer had the run, gobbles up a first down and then some here for Davies. then again, when you look at it, the confidence builder and what you're playing for, you want to win every single ball game is the mentality, but it's not a do-or-die situation because you just have to be in the top 4 in your conference when the playoffs roll around. Then again, the more momentum you can get in these East vs. West showdowns, the better off you'll be come playoff time.
It's kind of like Chauncey said in his interview. You're still finding things out about your team. You're getting some looks. A lot to be learned in the early part of the football season.
3-back set to get. Handed off over towards the left side. And on the carry for the Eagles with the football again was Ryland Fisher. Fisher brings up a 2nd down and 7 after a gain of 1.
Alexander just shot out of a cannon on that play. Read it on his side of the field there, holding him to a gain about 2 or 3 yards.
Big thanks, by the way, to our good friend Mason Kramer at Mason Kramer Photography. Senior portraits or game action shots. Wermeyer's got it. He's got a seam. Wermeyer's got a 1st down. He carries the ball up over the 42-yard line. And Davies is on the move here in the early portion of our second half of football.
A lot of what we've seen in that first half happening here early in the second. Yards per carry on 1st down have been really good all game long for the Eagles.
How about that shot of Dwayne Carlson Stadium with cloud cover here tonight on a beautiful night? That production team of 2 camera operators tonight doing a job well done, fellas. We sure appreciate you. Handoff. It's Colin Williams forward with the football. Williams, another big gain for Davies. It's going to be a 2nd down and 4 coming here as the ball is up to the 50-yard line. And the Eagles are on the move again here in the second half. We talked about finding the riddle and solving the Rubik's Cube that is the Davies run game. It was our key to the game tonight in our Keys to the Game segment of the ball game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. Minot High's done it, sort of. However, you've got a yellow, a red, and a blue still on the opposite side of the cube, if you will, at this point in the contest, because Davies is starting the second half the way they ran it in the first, and that's with ease up the field. Another 1st down for the Eagles.
Very impressive offensive line showing by the Eagles, the ability to get to that second level. Minot, that defensive line, got to understand your gap control. Davies really getting to the second level, getting those blocks on Jolliffe and Broderick at the linebacker position. Been doing it all game. Going to have to make some adjustments here, the Minot High defense.
1st down and 10. Ball at the 45 this time for Davies. Wermeyer. This time doesn't get the ball. They go instead to Ryland Fisher, and Fisher's up with the carry. Another 1st down for Davies, and another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Looked like Magi maybe had some of that momentum going into the second half. Another great drive starter here by Davies. 1st down after 1st down.
Nine minutes on the dot to play in the 3rd quarter. 1st down and 10 from the Minot High 30-yard line. In between the hashes, they hand off again. This young man, Colin Williams, has the lone touchdown of the ball game. Williams is forward with another big gain of just about 9 on the play and brings down a 2nd down and 1.5 yards, it looks to be here, as Davies continues to force Minot High backwards here on the gridiron.
You've seen that a lot, that little motion, getting him moving on that left side. They like to go to Williams on that side, kind of spell Wermeyer. Get Williams on the edge. He's had a lot of success. That's the play he scored on earlier in the ball game.
2nd down and 1. They pitch it back. Wermeyer spins away from a tackle. Then he's going to be gobbled up on the play as Minot High had rushers in on the tackle. And the stop is made. Eichhorn was in there with Broderick. Looking back to why this player has been so much fun to watch and talk about, Malachi Wermeyer coming into the ball game here tonight. You see what he's done on his campaign. 43 yards of rushing. 43 touches for 408 yards of rushing, 10 yards per carry, 204 yards per game, 8 touchdowns on the season. Gotta love numbers like that, don't you? However, in preparing for today's ball game and seeing what Colin Williams and Ryland Fisher have been able to do, it's a double-headed monster in the backfield.
Yeah, that full house backfield, and you got to account for everyone, and the design and the misdirection and everything has been great by Davies.
Well, the design there has people fooled again. It's Wermeyer that had the run, and Wermeyer about a yard ahead of the original line of scrimmage, brings up a 3rd down and 9 coming here. They mark it as a 3rd and 8 in Magi territory.
They had a holding on that prior, Nick, so that set the Eagles back. Some of what Coach Wermeyer was talking about at the half, the ability to move the drive and getting into a situation, taking these penalties, setting them up in 3rd and long.
3rd down and long situation. Cutting free to the outside with room. Colin Williams, corner of the end zone. Davies, touchdown.
The success they've had on that play. Once again, a little confusion caused in the backfield. Williams on that edge again, this time from 28 yards out, making it a 16-3 ball game.
Well, a big play and a big touchdown to start the second half on the first drive of the second half. Point after attempt is going to be on its way. And good from the kicking position here today has been Colby Nelson. This one is up through the uprights and good. 17-3, Davies is on top. A pair of touchdowns to the first 2 of the year for Colin Williams. As number 5, Davies on top of number 3, Minot.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
The lights are on at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Some stars are shining in this one. Davies with a 17-3 lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. They'll kick off to Minot High here. And the Magi look for a response as this ball is going to roll down into Minot High territory. It's going to be fielded. Blake Anderson. He's up to the 30, then the 35-yard line. And Anderson's finally going to be wrestled out of bounds. Where did they get him out of play at? Did he get over the 35 all the way up to the 40? Minot High looking for a flag on the play. I don't know that they're going to get that. Bryce, however, what a run back from Blake Anderson.
Yeah, it's a nice little spark. We haven't seen a lot from Blake Anderson tonight. Not a lot of opportunities out of the backfield, but providing a spark. He took the ball, hit him right off the helmet, made something out of nothing there. Magi were lobbying for a late hit call on their sideline. Didn't get it.
From the shotgun, Burke works here. 1st and 10 for the Magi as they hand off Broderick. Broderick's got room, and Broderick, with a gain of just about 5 on the play, has Minot High up over the 40-yard line. And a 2nd down and 4 coming here.
I think this a little up-tempo from the Magi, switch things up. Continue to run the football. They're going to do that. They're not going to panic being down 2 scores.
Broderick cuts to his left. Broderick has the Under Armour shirt just about ripped off completely. But Griffin Broderick's got the gain and the 1st down on the play for the Magi.
Broderick dragging defenders there, just a beast. Setting up another 1st down for Minot High.
How do you like the undershirt from Broderick?
Got a little stretched, a little more now, Nick.
That one's probably not going to make the cut next week. Fumble, ball's on the ground. Minot High is going to recover.
Great awareness from the lineman there, saving a big turnover in this ball game. I believe Neff was the one who secured the fumble.
Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Broderick with the big run for the Magi. Has them on the Davies side of the field. 2nd down and 10 when we come back.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm rhythm of the slice, the size, oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice, this is the rhythm of the slice, the slice, oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Ball game on the PSP Network, brought to you by our friends at Prestwich Orthodontics. Find them online, minotbraces.com. On the run again after the handoff. Blake Anderson got the touch, and he didn't go anywhere as the Davies front line was there on the stop.
Anderson and carry. Tackle made by Ryan Lane.
Brings up a 3rd down and 11 coming here for the Magi. Is it just me, or did that Jersey Mike sub look pretty good, Bryce?
That was yeah, I kind of nudged it when it was on there. That looks, maybe add a little bacon to it. That's right up my alley.
Big thanks to Jersey Mike's and all those sponsors you see on the PSP Network. Frankly, without them, we just wouldn't be here. 3rd down and 11. Spread offense this time for the Magi. Dual receivers on the right, one on the left. That's the one that's targeted. Goes up to Kraft. Goes up to number 10 for the Magi. The intended target Hayden Swiddle. It will be incomplete. Coverage was there in the secondary again from Davies, and it's a 4th down and 11 for Minot High. Will Minot High punt the football away, or are they in 4-down territory here at this juncture of the ballgame?
Yeah, kind of an interesting call here. You're down 2 possessions. You haven't had the ability to show that you can stop the Eagles' running attack. It's a tough decision. Looks like they're bringing the punt team out here, Nick.
Punt team comes onto the field for the Magi. Eagles will send one back to retrieve. And waiting for that punt is number 3. There's a flag on the play.
Going to get him for delay of game, which isn't not the end of the world. Just gives a punter maybe a little more room to get it down inside the 20.
It's Mathiasen that's back waiting for it here for Davies. Cade Mathiasen. Special teams activity here in this ball game. Here's the call. Well, the false start on the offense. Was it a false start or delay a game there, Bryce?
I had the clock. I was monitoring the play clock. It did go down to 0, so I don't think the Magi are too upset about it either way.
Blake Anderson on to punt for the Magi. Mathiasen waiting for it. Anderson's going to run it. Trickery from the Magi. Here's Blake Anderson to the 30, 25, 20. He's on the edge, right to the end zone. Touchdown.
I'd hold your breath. We have a penalty in the backfield, Nick. This may be coming back.
Here comes the call.
The holding, that's going to, oh, what a huge break for Davies. Did he end up getting in the end zone there, Nick? I couldn't see it. Looked like he tiptoed there on the sideline and got in. We've been waiting to call Blake Anderson's name. They go with the fake there on a long 4th down after taking a delay. Holding's going to negate that. That happened a few times last week, too, as well, Nick. They negated a couple touchdowns on penalties for Minot High. Huge call.
Well, I don't know if it would have mattered. I think it was coming back to the 10. Looked like his foot was out of play there. Ball's going to roll out of bounds at the 34-yard line. And now Davies will go back to work on the offense. Well, the Magi on the season have had a few that have been called back due to some penalty trouble here in the 24 campaign early in the season, but obviously a point of conversation for Minot High and Chauncey Hendershot, the head coach in year number 5 here for the Magi. Those momentum boost and killers in games like this certainly can tell the tale of the tape.
Yeah, that big a play like of that magnitude where you're in 4th and long, you're pretty much assuring that Minot is going to punt. They roll the dice, run the fake, but got the holding call.
3 in the backfield again. Handoff for the stop was made about a yard past the first, by a yard past the line of scrimmage, excuse me. Wermeyer was the one on the carry. Tonight's ball game brought to you by our friends At the UPS store. UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot for all your packing and shipping needs. It's the UPS store. Open 6 days a week for your convenience. It's Minot's UPS store. Second down and 9. Handoff was faked. It was Wermeyer that had it on the carry. He's hauled up near the line of scrimmage, and it brings up a third down and 8 here for Fargo Davies.
Back-to-back plays by the defensive line, holding their own, understanding their assignment, setting the Davies up in 3rd and 6. Pivotal play in this ball game. Got to get the Magi defense off the field.
See that top 5 media poll in North Dakota where these teams came into play tonight. 4 of the top 5 in the state are on the air on the PSP network. On the run here for Davies. Short gain on the play for Colin Williams. He's got 2 touchdowns in this contest if you're just joining us on the PSP network. See if we can get a live look in. Brought to you by Planet Pizza, the other game on the air tonight down in the capital city. We can. It will come to you next here after the next play. Planet Pizza proudly serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Largest laser tag playground in the region. Williams on the run. First down. Davies as Williams busts his way free for another Eagle first down.
How about that, Coach Wermeyer? Just rolling the dice. They're in their territory. It's 4th down. 2-possession lead. Got all the confidence in your offense that they're going to pick up the first down and continue moving the chains as they did.
Well, will we have a new number 1 in North Dakota? Judging by what we see here on the Planet Pizza live look in, Bismarck High leads Cheyenne 21-7 at the MDU Resources Community Bowl tonight in Bismarck. 4th quarter still remains. Ball's on the ground. Who's going to fall on top of it? Off the snap, it was Xavier Muse that went down and picked up the fumbled snap. Davies retains possession of the football.
See what the Magi defense weren't able to get off the field on that 4th down. Now you set him up 2nd and long, try and get him to 3rd and long. Got to get stops here as we approach under 2.5 minutes here remaining in the 3rd quarter.
3 in the backfield, just like we've seen all night long. They hand off again to the line of scrimmage. The Minot big boys are there, and the stop is made by a swarm of them for the Magi. Brings up a 3rd down. There was a loss of yardage on the play, Bryce. 3rd down and 11 now here for Fargo Davies.
It's critical. You've seen in these situations, they like to show a little misdirection. It seems like Colin Williams has been the guy tonight in these situations.
Another look at the Minot High sideline. Sometimes you're riddled in games like this, and Minot High certainly has been. Davies calls a timeout. We'll take a break as well. 17-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Davies on top of Minot High School.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Homecoming night for the Magi. And they're down 17-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Davies with the ball on a 3rd down and 11. The X's and O's of this ball game tonight, Bryce, you don't see many AAA teams running the 3-back set the way that Davies does. However, it's been highly successful, especially against the number 3 team in the state of North Dakota. What is it about it that makes it such a challenge?
Yeah, they're just playing to their personnel, really. They've got a lot of big bodies up front, that double tight look, that full house. It's just something they do really well, and you think, you may be watching at home and just be like, well, you know they're not going to really throw the ball at all. Can't you just load the box, play the run? It's not that easy. Great offensive line, great movement, great off-the-ball skills by the line, and some great running backs in the full house formation as well.
One thing Minot can be proud of tonight is the sunset over the Magic City. No doubt about that. Just a beautiful night again here overlooking the Trestle Valley. Third down at 16 after the penalty was on the play. The pass is out. Little bubble screen. It's there. Wermeyer, he's up over the 40, down to the 35. Ball is not on the ground. It's a helmet that's down after Wermeyer is up on the first down and then some, and Davies doesn't throw the ball much. That would count in the pass category. They came in with 41 passes or 41 yards through the air on the year. They get a big play there and can add to that number with a first down and 10 from the Minot High 31-yard line.
We saw that play earlier, Nick. They had it set up. Muse didn't make the throw. He makes the throw here to Wermeyer. They get out of that 3rd and long, flip the field, 1st and 10 from about the 30.
They hand off again right up the middle. Broderick was in on the stop for the Magi. So was Big Dylan Huber. And it brings up a 2nd down and 7 here for Fargo Davies. 1-1 overall on the year. Sorry, Bryce. 0-1 at home for the Magi. 1-0 on the road. Ranked number 3 in the state, in jeopardy of moving to 1-2 on the season, while Davies, on the other hand, is looking to move to 3-0 on the campaign and looking for their first win outside of Fargo here on the year. They beat Century and Legacy on their home fields. They beat Century in the opening game of the year, 35-14. They had week number 1, if you will, open. Week 0 was that first week of playing, just making it confusing for everybody, by the way. Yeah, week 0 action. School was not in session, so week 0, there was games. Then week 1, Davies had their off week. Last week they played Legacy, 35-14. And before anybody could say Charlie Brown in that contest early on, it was Davies that was up big. They never looked back. Legacy fought back in the contest. 4th down and a short one coming here. It looks, Bryce. Will we have a measurement coming on the field? Is that the potential here, or are we going to the 4th quarter?
I think we're going to go to the 4th quarter here, Nick.
4th quarter, here we come. Minot High trailing 17-3. Davies is knocking on the Serve Pro red zone door.
Facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. Serve Pro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
The wide look from Dwayne Carlson Stadium here in the Magic City. Up next from Minot High School, West Fargo will be the opposition. That's at West Fargo next Friday night. We'll have it for you on the PSP network. And the following week to end September, conference play opens up. Minot High, Bismarck High, followed by Williston, then Mandan, Legacy, and Century. The verbiage used here that Minot High's start to their campaign really isn't an easy one by any means. In saying so, I don't think any contest on the schedule this year is a walkthrough by any means. Williston struggling just a bit. However, they seem to be up and trending in the right direction. Just seems like in the AAA world these days that there's no easy out in North Dakota.
You got to go to battle every week, be ready to play every single night.
Wermeyer looking for the edge, got up over the 10-yard line. Serve Pro with 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians. They also have advanced technology at Serve Pro, bringing you red zone action here tonight. And Wermeyer is going to take Davies into that territory here. He almost got in for 6.
I think everyone kind of knew who was going to receive the football there, but still no answer for him all night in this contest. Another 4th down converted on this drive.
Well, they hand off and go to the left this time. inside the 10. DeWald was the one that had the run. Carter DeWald coming into the ball game tonight. 22 carries for 99 yards. 5'9", 180-pound senior. Running in the backfield for Coach Wermeyer's Davies Eagles. Wayne Wermeyer, UMary grad. Back in his college days. DeWald again carries over towards the left side. He's got a gain on the play, brings up a third down and just about 4 here. There you see Wayne Wermeyer on your screen. Sure appreciate his time at the end of the first half, and we joke about those conversations that we throw Owen Patterson into in that situation of trying to get the coach in the middle of war the way that it is tonight between Davies and Minot High School. Sure appreciate Wade and his time with the PSP Network here this evening. Somebody jumped on the line. Laundry's on the field. Is it on Minot High School or on Fargo Davies? We're about to find out.
I think they got Minot offside.
I missed the tail end of what that was. Do you know what it was?
It wasn't 5 yards. It was a half the distance, so it's still going to be third down, but much shorter on this one. They can still pick up a first down at the 1 yard line.
In the Serve Pro red zone. Minot High's defense coming up large. Fourth down coming now here for Davies.
Another interesting call here. Another fourth down. They've had success twice on this drive, converting them. Gotta believe that Coach Wermeyer is going to roll the dice here.
Well, big number 88, Williams, has been in the end zone twice in this ball game. Tried to make it a hat trick there. He was stopped by the Minot High defense. Play call coming in here for Davies.
We're going to have a timeout by Davies. They're going to talk it over a little bit here.
There's the timeout call. 17-3 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. The Eagles over the Magicians here in the Magic City.
Banking is some of the most important things in your life, and banking at the right bank is very important. We're really proud of our bank because we have great people, and our people are what make our bank go. We always want to treat our customers right and do the best job we can for them, and try to do things to help make our communities better.
Fourth down and short. 9:30 left here in the ballgame. Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads bringing the postgame show. That will come up next on the PSP Network. Another Planet Pizza live look in from down in the capital city here this evening. Still 21-7, Bismarck High, number 2 team in the state, leading the number 1 ranked Cheyenne Mustangs. Again, Scott Woodmansey, Chuck Claremont have the call of that contest tonight on the PSP Network. Big play in the ball game. Davies could almost put a nail in the coffin here. Fourth down. They hand off. Minot High stopped him. Carter DeWald had the carry, and the Magi defense comes up big.
What a stop by Minot High. It was fourth. They could have still picked up a first down in that play inside the 1 yard line. Magi blow it up, a much needed stop. 2 possession game. We're at with 9:27 remaining in this ball game.
Minot High will get the ball back after the stop was made. Eichhorn was the one that came up with the stop for the Magi. Kellen Burke brings the offense back out. Triple receivers, 1 on the right, 2 on the left for the Magi here, working from deep in their own territory. Burke in his own end zone to pass, taking a shot deep down the field. Kraft is there. He caught it.
What a great play. First down. Hey, they're in cover 0. You're going long. Take your shot. Hits Kraft on a long one. Great drive. Great start to the drive here for Minot High.
Well, do you expect to see the Magi go back to the same type of plays in the playbook here? Maybe another long shot from Burke, trying to find Kraft possibly again?
Yeah, if they got that single covered, you gotta like your chances in taking your shot there.
It's time they run with Broderick. He's up over the 40-yard line, and Griffin Broderick carries forward for the Magi. Brings up a second down and just about 6 here for Minot High School.
Second down.
Time wearing thin. 9 minutes on the dot to play. Another run for the Magi is going to have a gain on the play, and they're still going to be shy by 2 coming up here. And a 3rd down and 2 facing Minot High School. Chauncey Hendershot, the head coach of the Magi, calling out the shots from the sideline. Chauncey's got 27 and 18 in his career as the head coach of Minot High School in year number 5. 11 and 1 didn't hurt anything last year by any means, helping that record out. Former Bishop Lion quarterback Broderick has the run and the first down for the Magi.
Big first down, moves the chains. Look for Minot to maybe take a shot here. Try and see if you can get something single coverage with Kraft. Oh, we got a injured Eagle on the field here.
Hard hit on the play. Broderick catching his breath as well. Well, we'll take a break. 17-3, Davies still on top. Minot High seeing if they could find some offensive production.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food reward program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Minot's back on the ball with a first down and 10. Under 9 minutes to play in regulation. Number 3 Magi trying to come back in this ball game. Burke back to pass, pump fakes, now he's on the run. Burke trying to cut free, 50, 45, scampers on a play at the 40-yard line. And Kellen Burke on the run for the Magi has a first down and then some.
Hey, you see him going through his progressions, didn't like what he saw. They were looking to take a shot there. Him being the athlete he is, on the run, picks up a first down and out of bounds.
Must-score drive in your mind here for the Magi?
Absolutely. We're ticking down here. It's a 2-possession game. You got to have 6 on this drive.
Minot has a man in motion. Burke on the keeper. Burke on the run. It's going to be close to another first down for the Magicians as Kellen Burke dances his way forward. It's going to be 2nd and short coming from Minot High School.
Like that motion coming across there. Burke deciding to keep it, picking up good yards. Open playbook on 2nd and short. Once again, you can take a shot if you got single coverage.
They go Broderick instead. Broderick to his left. First down, Magi. Well, Minot High's on the move here, Bryce, late in the ball game. Late charge for Minot High School. We saw this in week number 1 for the Magi against Cheyenne. They charged back. They had a chance to win the ball game at the end. Last play of the game, Cheyenne shut them out at the doorstep. Ball's on the ground. Minot High's going to come up with it. And falling on top of it is Aaron Prestwich.
I believe that might be Broderick down. I believe.
Griffin Broderick is down, slow to get up here. You'll see a visit here from Fred Spalding from Trinity Sports Medicine. Not the guy you want down for the Magi as he has the conversation here with the Minot High School trainer. 3rd down and 5 coming for the Magi deep inside of Davies territory.
He appears to be okay, maybe just a stinger of some sorts, but he did. The ball did end up on the ground, but Minot did recover. So
Magi go to work here in the ServPro red zone. 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology at ServPro. Burke from the gun. Fakes the pass. They hand it off. Blake Anderson cuts free. Dodges a tackle, and then Anderson's going to drive forward. It's a first down for the Magi. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Minot High School, courtesy of Blake Anderson.
Not too many opportunities for Blake Anderson tonight. He takes advantage of that one, moves the chains, setting him up 1st and 10.
Ryan Family Dealerships browse their massive inventory online at driveryan.com. Here's Burke over to the right side, trying to fire it down to the 2-yard line. Waiting for it there was number 10 for the Magi. Hayden Swiddle, he's been in the action a bit more tonight in week number 4 than we've seen him yet on the year. Swiddle coming into tonight's ball game, 3 catches for 32 yards. That one fell incomplete, however.
Griffin Broderick has entered the game, so he appears to be fine.
Nice look at Swiddle here. He lines up on the right side, 2 on the left for the Magi. Kraft and Prestwich are there from the gun. Burke working here. 1st and 10 was no good. It's a 2nd and 10 situation. Broderick right side. And Broderick dives his way forward all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Minot High is now knocking on pay dirt.
Gets reinserted right into the game. They go to him right away. Critical 3rd down here. Regardless, Magi are in 4-down territory here. You got to have 6. A field goal does you no good.
Up to the ball go the Magicians here with 2 in the backfield. Kraft on the left side, the 1 wide receiver there. Bledsoe the fullback. Broderick, handoff. Griffin Broderick, touchdown, Minot High School. Broderick into the end zone.
How about a 98-yard drive by Minot High, starting with that huge stop on 4th and 2. Davies had a shot there to convert it. Then they hit the big play right away to Kraft, and a lot of Griffin Broderick on that drive, capping in a 5-yard touchdown run.
Well, you see Broderick off to the sideline. Fair to say that he's been banged up a bit in tonight's ball game. Burke on to kick the point after. It's up through the uprights and good. Minot High School back within a possession in the ball game. Another look at it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Griffin Broderick into the end zone for the 2nd time this year.
Throwing well is knowing where you want the ball to go. Like how the local bankers at First Western Bank and Trust take the time to learn about you and recommend the banking services like online banking or personal loans that keep your goals on target.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Nobody said football was an easy game. Broderick taking a much-deserved rest. 17-10, Minot High back within a possession late in the 4th quarter of this contest. And Minot High is going to boot the football away here with Kellen Burke. 6:11 to tick down on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. BNC.bank, locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Business and personal banking. Well, Burke sends that one right through the end zone. 1st down and 10 from the 20 coming here. All the Minot High fans want a flag, so do the Magi.
It was a really good block by the Davies player. He had a little extracurricular activity, had some words with the Minot guy, got in his face. Minot High's pleading for a personal foul on that, not going to get it. I don't think the referee saw it, but regardless, play on. But
well, nobody said on homecoming night that Magi fans wouldn't be a bit rowdy here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. Davies up onto the ball. Moose under center. Three in the backfield again. Wermeyer cutting free. He's up to the 50-yard line before he's wrangled up on the play as Henderson tracked him down and made the stop. But Wermeyer was on his way to the races.
Huge play by Henderson there, probably saving a touchdown on their touchdown saving tackle. This is critical here. Broderick is on the sideline, normally in that linebacker position.
Wermeyer again on the run. Over to the left. Correct me on the play. I think it was actually Colin Williams, and Colin Williams was the one that picked up another Davies first down.
Another good run on the edge there. Great answer after that touchdown drive by Minot High. Two good runs to start this drive for Davies.
5:38 left in the ball game. Another first down here for Davies goes Miles here in this contest. As Mark High's added another touchdown at the MDU Resources Community Bowl. That ball game now sits at a score of 28-7 Demons. Up the middle, Wermeyer near the first down pylon again as he tumbles his way forward. Is that the most explosive back that you've seen yet this year?
Just simple. He's gifted. He's special. He's had another great game tonight. Incredible start to the season. Minot High's got to come up with a turnover, I got to believe, here if they want to try and have a chance at game tying or winning drive in this game.
4:40 ticks down like sands through the hourglass. They're starting to run thin now as Williams had the carry. He's going to be wrapped up. Brings up another first down and 10 here for Davies as they marched it down the field. The time of possession stat that we don't have tracked on the PSP network up here in the booth, it is heavily favoring Davies in this ball game. That pendulum has swung completely towards the side of the team from Fargo Davies here tonight.
Yeah, the time of possession, the amount of offensive plays ran by Davies compared to Minot High as well.
First down and 10. Williams again on the carry. Short gain on the play.
Williams on the carry, tackled by Bledsoe.
Interesting here as we tick under 4 minutes. If you start electing to use your timeouts, when do you do it? See if they can try and get him in a 3rd and long situation. Another note, a field goal does make this a 2-possession game, so that is something critical to think about as well.
And Davies has the boot to do it. We saw it earlier tonight. Colby Nelson put one in for 3 back in the first quarter of play. That was the first score of the ball game. What kind of distance does he have? Well, what kind of distance will he need as Wermeyer is going to carry forward again on the play inside the ServPro red zone. ServPro again, 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technology. Ball's going to be spotted here at the Minot High 15-yard line.
You're going to see them come up to the line of scrimmage. I don't expect them to snap this ball till about 2 or 3 left on that play clock. The clock is your friend right now if you're the Eagles.
From center again. Play clock down to 10. They hand off. Ball's into the hand there of Ryland Fisher. Fisher on the carry. Has a gain, and it's a 4th down. Minot High is going to call a timeout on the play.
Interesting there, Nick. I thought they could have ran a little more time off on that clock, used a little more of it.
Both coaches go to the drawing board. Under 3 to play in regulation. 4th and 2 for Davies, deep in Minot High territory. They lead by 7.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Well, both coaching staffs drop what they look to do here on the 4th down and 2. Looking at what could be the ball game with 2:51 ticking away and a 7-point lead for Davies.
I think they stuffed him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short.
Battle is on in the trenches. Minot High is going to get the football back, Bryce.
Yeah, I don't envy these coaches. These are tough decisions. You've had that success all evening with Wermeyer, just straight up the gut. They elect to do it again. Minot High sells out, gets the stop. 2:46 left. Got a chance to either tie this ball game or, hey, homecoming night, maybe go for 2, Nick. Maybe go for the win.
Well, it has not been easy for the Magi to march down the field against this Davies defense. They're going to have a chance now, but they've got a long way to go here, Bryce. The ball on their own 14-yard line. They've got 2 minutes and 46 seconds to march down the field to see if they can make it interesting. They put 2 wide receivers on the left this time. There's one on the right. Burke working from the gun here. Number 3, Minot High, trying to hang on to that ranking inside the state. Burke scrambling over towards the 10-yard line. Burke finally gets out of bounds on the play. He thought about tossing it away, but Burke is going to end up with a gain on the play, or does he go backwards? He does go backwards. It's a loss on the play for the Magi. Could have been a lot worse of a situation there as he was in some heavy heat.
Well, the good thing about it, he did happen to get out of bounds, so you're saving some time. You're saving your 2 timeouts. Nothing was there. It was good coverage designed there by the Eagles.
2:38 ticked out. Here in regulation, Burke from the gun again. Fakes the handoff. Quick hitter. Connected. Prestwich. Oh, Prestwich is wrangled up. Nice play in the secondary, and coming up with the stop for Davies. Was it Wermeyer that had the stop on the play? I do believe it was.
I think it might have been Tesh on that one.
It was one instead. I'm sorry. Colton Tesh, the junior safety, comes up with a stop for Davies. Forces a 3rd down and 5 for the Magi. They go to Broderick. He's got room. Broderick with a 1st down for Minot High School.
It's one of those situations, if you're Davies, you're probably thinking Minot High's not going to run the football in that situation. Good call by Coach Hendershot, moving the chains as we get to the 2-minute mark.
The chess match is on as we're under 2 to play here in regulation. Minot High's got 2 wide receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Burke back to pass. Burke rushed out of the pocket, looks downfield, finds Kraft, complete, up to the 44-yard line.
How about that throw by Burke across his body, finding Kraft, moving the chains. Huge play, pickup of about 16 on that one, Nick.
Well, Minot High's top target for Kellen Burke comes up with the play and dances out of bounds. 1:46 left of the ball game. 2 wide receivers on the right this time, 1 on the left. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Magi. They come back to the left on the near side, and Prestwich is going to be gobbled up on the play. Crashing in to make the stop for Davies was number 54, Mason Hunter.
Still 2 timeouts, plenty of time for Minot on here as we get to about 1:25 remaining.
Broderick in the backfield next to Burke. Pass formation for the Magi again. It's going to be fired out and complete, but going nowhere on the play. The defensive stop was made in the secondary that time.
First pass complete to Slittle. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
I think it might have been Vining on that one. We're kind of having trouble seeing now. Maybe DeWald got over there as well, Nick. I'm not really sure.
Appreciate your help, my friend. Burke back to pass. Rush to the pocket. He's sacked on the play.
Huge play for the Eagles. Their secondary just blanketed the wide receivers. Nowhere to go with the football, forcing Minot to use a timeout.
Well, the ball game's going to come down to this. It's a 4th down and 10 for the Magi. That's a giant defensive stop. What a play from Jason Hunter, the 6'5", 245-pound defensive end. That's a big boy right there, and he took Burke down to the ground. 4th and 10 for Minot High School. What do they have in the playbook? Final from Bismarck at the MDU Resources Community Bowl, 28-7. Bismarck High over Cheyenne tonight. Well, the ball game comes down to this, Bryce. 49 seconds left in regulation of 4th and 10 for the Magi. They've got to get at least 10 to keep the ball game and their hopes alive. Picking up their first win and one on homecoming night on their home field. Burke thought about it, finds Broderick. It's complete. Broderick up the near sideline. Broderick, did he get to the first down marker? It's going to be close.
Wow, I think he got it on that last effort. It is so close.
Well, will we need a measurement for dramatics here tonight? Where do they spot the football, Bryce?
That was great protection picking up. They ran a twist there at the defensive line, and referees did determine it's a first down. So we do have first down. I'm not sure if he was out of bounds on that play. I'm not positive, Nick.
Game stays alive. First down and 10. Time now the factor. 42 seconds left in regulation. From the left hash. Ball at the 46. On the Davies side of the field, Burke is back to pass, takes a shot across the middle. Oh, Prestwich had it, then he dropped it, incomplete.
That's an example of just kind of looking where you're going initially. We're going to have a personal foul on the Eagles. Unsportsmanlike. That's going to be 15 tacked on after that incomplete pass.
Oh, my goodness. I'm sure Wayne Wermeyer over on the far sideline is not going to be happy with the call on this play.
After the play is over, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 1 defense.
They got Tesh on that. What a huge penalty. 39 seconds left. He had the incomplete pass, setting him up in second down, and ball's all the way out to 31-yard line.
31-yard line with 39 seconds left in the ball game, Bryce. Well, Tesh in that situation, got to keep in mind it's a high school kid in a high-energy game with a lot on the line. Got to try to keep those emotions in check. However, hard for me to say because I feel like I'd be in the same boat. Energy runs thick in a matchup like this. Burke back to pass. Finds Broderick. Dancing. Broderick has some room. Cuts to the outside. There's a flag on the play. Broderick's over near the pylon.
I think they got to hold Nick in the backfield on someone on the offensive line for Minot High. This appears to be coming back.
Might be on Big Dylan Huber. Here comes the call.
Holding, offense number 60. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. We will run the clock on my whistle.
Well, the call was up Minot High, and Liam Neff, not 68, of Huber. Either way for the Magi, they get marched back from the spot of the foul. So now it's a first down and a mile. However, Minot High's not worried about that. They need to find the end zone. Burke to the near side. Burke's going to run it to the 40, 35, 30, up to the 25-yard line. And then he's hit on the near sideline. Minot High wants a call on a late hit. I don't think they're going to get it, Bryce.
There's been a couple of those close calls on the sideline, on the Magi sideline. They are pleading, begging for a late hit on their quarterback, and they haven't got either one. But hey, something on a nothing there by Burke. We're down to 18 seconds. You can still go to something in the middle of the field here. You can use the whole field. Go to the middle of the field if you'd like. You still got that timeout.
One timeout left for the Magi. You see the ball set up here from the gun. Works Burke. Burke's going to fall back to pass with time. Looking, waiting, now firing. It's complete. Kraft's got it enough for a first down. Maybe he's going to be back behind the marker. And we're down to 8 seconds left here in the ballgame.
That play took a little too much time, probably Chauncey thought for his liking. You may be able to run something really quick to the sideline here. 8 seconds, try and get out of bounds quick. Then you take your shot to the end zone.
10 seconds will go back up onto the clock for Minot High School to work with. Timeout. Each side has a timeout remaining in the ballgame. Minot just burned their last. Excuse me. Thank you, Bryce. Magi need to get into the end zone. Then they need a point after or a 2-point conversion to either tie or win this contest here tonight. Davies' defense has been strong.
A name we haven't heard a lot. Somebody maybe look for, slip out of that tight end position up the seam. Landon Vidal, 6'5", maybe win that jump ball, get something up to the end zone.
3rd down and 1. Burke takes it here. Burke's going to fall back to the pass. He's going to toss it down to the corner of the end zone. It's up. It's intercepted. Davies is going to come away with the win here tonight and with the football in the end zone from the secondary. Credit on the play. Kiape comes up with a giant stop for Davies, and they're going to get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Davies is going to move to 3-0 on the season. Minot took their shot, and the coverage in the secondary was there for Fargo Davies.
Hey, great hold. Burke did all he could there. You got to get that ball to the end zone. You got no timeouts. You can't be tackled in bounds. Gave his team a shot there, threw it up, had an opportunity. Davies, victory formation to seal a huge road win for the Eagles.
Well, you see the fans start to head towards the exits here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. And for the second time this year, Minot High is going to drop by 1 possession to an East Region team. They did it in week 1 to number 1 Cheyenne. They do it here in week number 4 to number 5 Davies. What a ball game that was. Owen Patterson will be on the field. He'll have a conversation with Wayne Wermeyer coming up in just a moment, and our player of the game. Well, that was a contest tonight, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't the most entertaining game with the way that smash mouth offense runs. Can I call it that? The smash mouth from them? Is that not really the term that you would use, Bryce?
That's what it is. It's double tight. It's full house. It's, running in the A gap, a majority of it, and getting Williams on the edges and big opportunities as well.
17-10. Davies gets the win here tonight. We'll have Wayne Wermeyer coming up in just a second. Actually, let's go down to Owen Patterson. He's got our player of the game on the field here tonight. Owen, this young man, you can have him take his helmet off if you don't mind first. That way he can look good on TV for us here tonight. Owen Patterson's on the field here with our player of the game.
Colin Williams, 2 touchdowns today. You guys are built around running the football. What did this win say about your program in 2024?
This win says that our program should be one of the top teams in the state. 5 was just respectful, and we're a physical football team, and we're going to show everyone how physical we are.
You've taken care of the WDA pretty much through 3 games now. Conference play is on the way. How are your bodies feeling going into the middle part of the season?
Everyone's banged up, but we're a tough team, physical team, and we got guys back soon, and we'll be just fine.
Celebrations already started over there. I'll let you get to your... Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Owen, while we've got you down there real quick, my friend, your overall thoughts on this ball game tonight certainly was a bit of a dogfight. Maybe didn't have the most entertainment as far as highlight reel plays, but we still saw a few of them, didn't we?
I don't know what you weren't entertained by, Nick. That was an incredible game that came down to the final play. We said that 20 points might be pretty sweet to win this game and didn't even get the win, 17-10.
Well, I misled you because I was entertained big time tonight, man. No doubt about that. final here, 17-10. We'll take a break. We'll see if maybe Owen Patterson can grab Wayne Wermeyer, the head coach of Davies, after he's done in his huddle and conversation. We'll take a break on our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroad post-game show. We've got plenty to talk about tonight. When we come back, we're going to dial down how we got to a 17-0 final here tonight as Fargo Davies takes down Minot High School. Minot High's homecoming night here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership. This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on
Planning Team Financial Advisors, Shots Crossroads brings you the postgame tonight. Planning Team Financial Advisors. Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or you're planning for business or farm succession, Planning Team can help you every step of the way. At Shots Crossroads, home of the famous number 99, where team buses are always welcome. I highly recommend the banana cream pie at Shots Crossroads. It's all good at Shots Crossroads. Welcome in to the postgame here tonight. 17-10, the final. Number 5, Davies takes down number 3, Minot High. We heard from our player of the game just a few moments ago, brought to you by our friends at Sport Clips. They didn't like the fact that they were ranked number 5 in the state. They thought maybe that more respect was needed. Colin Williams, our player of the game, in that conversation with him. Do you blame them? I don't think I do. Obviously, they just took down a giant to Minot High, the defending state champions, and the number 3 ranked team in North Dakota. Davies is for real. Yeah, they showed that tonight right from the opening kickoff that they're going to play their style of football. They're going to stick to it. And it worked here tonight at Dwayne Carlson Stadium and come out with a huge road win for the Eagles. Well, and just to reiterate what I was saying, that the highlights in this game, it wasn't one of those action-packed 50 yards downfield shots and pass play or maybe any of those break-free run plays. However, a chess match and a defensive battle the way that was at 5 yards at a time, you don't see that a lot in AAA football. However, it certainly is the motto and the mojo that works for Fargo Davies and Wayne Wermeier's team. It's a unique offensive scheme. Like I said, you go to that double tight end, bunch, look, full house. They have the right personnel. They utilize their personnel really well in that scheme and doing things, and it works for them. And it worked tonight, and it's worked all year. Malachi Wermeier's been terrific all season, and Colin Williams, a couple touchdowns tonight and contributions out of him as well. Davies moves to a record of 3-0. First time they've wandered away from Fargo, and they are successful. About a 4.5-hour ride back to Fargo, down 83, and then over on 94, or over on 2 and down on the interstate from Grand Forks to Fargo. I always prefer to take the highway from Highway 52, where you just kind of snake your way down through Velva and past. However, the road construction there has just been a nightmare lately, so it's been the 83 to 94 way for me. Either way, they will be smiling on their way back to Fargo here tonight. For the Magi, do you have any big takeaways for them or any positivity if you're Chauncey Hendershot that you can take into week number 5 in a matchup at West Fargo next week? Yeah, no secret. During the game, they had some trouble stopping the run and the simple dive plays, and Eagles were able to get the edge as well. As Colin Williams there, they just couldn't come up with those big stops in the critical moments early in the game. Towards the end, they get in some 4th and 2 situations. The Magi were able to get off the field, give them a chance to win the ball game. You get a toss to the end zone, you never know what'll happen. Burt got it there. They didn't have any timeouts left. They had a shot, and he got it to the end zone, and it was picked off. But kudos to the effort. It seemed like a game that was dominated from almost start to finish by Davies, and Minot High still had a chance to pull it out and pull a tie or even go for the wins. Yeah, resilient without a doubt are the Magi. Here's a look at some of the highlights, including the last one of the game. The interception at the end of the ball game here tonight. It was a close contest. Well, let's hop out of these highlights real quick. We've got our third member of our broadcast team, Mr. Owen Patterson, is on the field. He's got the coach of Fargo Davies, Mr. Wayne Wermeier, here tonight. Owen, go ahead and take it away downstairs, my friend.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question I asked you at halftime. You win the time of possession, you win the turnover battle, get that interception there at the goal line, and you pick up the 17-10 win on the scoreboard. Was it a satisfactory win? Are there more things to improve on? Or you just embrace the win on the road?
Yeah, it's game 3. Minot's got a great football team. Last year we came up here and we absolutely got our tails kicked in all 3 phases. So super proud of how hard the kids played. If you're satisfied now, then you're not going to be at the end. So we got a lot of things to clean up. Hats off to the mistakes, but if we want to get there at the end, we got to be better.
Well, I talked with Colin Williams post-game about kind of what this program looks like this year. It's all about running the football. You completed your first pass since in the second half today. Just the mentality of this team going forward into the grind that is the middle and the end of the season in EDC competition. Where do you see your team physicality-wise stacking up against the rest?
I've seen three teams. I've seen Legacy and Century and Minot on film, so I can't speak for the rest of the state. We pride ourselves on being a physical football team. RT offense fits our. We're going to continue to roll with it, try to put some wrinkles in. We're going to try to win some.
All right, best of luck next weekend.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
Well, thanks to Wayne Wermeyer for taking the time. Owen, we'll keep you right there, my friend. I know that you come from the Class B world, and that's not a knock by any means. AAA football is intense in North Dakota, wouldn't you say? That was kind of the vibe down there all night long, wasn't it, that it was just a war?
Yeah, AAA football can best be described as an area to win in the trenches a lot more than single A football, which I might be more familiar with. But this is the epitome of a big, strong AAA football team, and that's going to serve them well, especially getting to the end of the season. As long as they stay healthy, hope the best for Xavier Muse. Hopefully he's able to recover from that ankle injury. It looks like he was hobbling on it all night long. Along with him, a bunch of defensive players went down for Davies today, but that's just the way it goes in AAA football all the time.
In your mind, you had Davies at number 3 in the state of North Dakota coming into this week, and obviously they just took down number 3 in Minot High. Do you have Davies after tonight as a team that can contend for a Dakota Bowl championship?
I think there's quite a few more than 2 teams right now in contention for a Dakota Bowl. Week in and week out, some teams we were expecting to have great performances fall a little bit short. Some teams like Bismarck High, who will be number 1 next week after their win over Cheyenne. Obviously, Davies probably going to get help from that Bismarck High win, move up the rankings significantly, at least when you look at the statewide poll, not just our own that we sent in from PSP Minot. So I definitely think, like Coach Weirmeyer said, it's only week 3. He's only scouted a few opponents. There's still a lot of games to be played, but I think there's still a wide list of teams that could take home that trophy in the end.
Hey, job well done tonight, partner. We appreciate you down there. Just for the record, if I'm ever going to bet on sports, you can't do that at the high school level, but that's the guy I'm talking to right there. Our very own Owen Patterson. Job well done there tonight. Back to these highlights of the ball game tonight, Bryce, and as we look at the highlights of tonight's contest, if you don't mind, would you give us a scoring recap of how it all went down tonight in the Magic City?
It all started in the first quarter at the 4-minute mark. A field goal from Nelson for 30 yards out made it 3-0 Eagles. Second quarter with 2:37 remaining, Williams from 7 yards out, a rushing touchdown. Extra point was good, making it 10-0. Right before the half, 5 seconds remaining, Burke from 23 yards out, making it 10-3 at the half. Third quarter got kicked off, 7:12 remaining in the game, in the third quarter, Williams, Colin that is, from 28 yards out on a rushing touchdown. Extra point from Nelson was added, 17-3 at that point. And then in the fourth quarter, Griffin Broderick at the 6:11 mark from 5 yards out. Extra point good from Burke, 17-10. Might have had a chance for some heroics in this one, Nick. Might not fall short on the interception at the end from the throw, the defensive play by Kia Pia, I believe. Is that right? Kia Pia? Yeah.
Job well done from him. Minot High had that big stop right there that you just saw a moment ago in red zone territory to even get the ball back. Davies could have put the nail in the coffin at that point. Here's the Broderick touchdown to bring him back within a score as Griffin Broderick got in for the second time on the year here tonight. We look at some of these other highlights in the ball game. Let's get to the Davies Eagles and their scoring possessions and drives here in this contest. Another goal line stance here for Minot High, and a big one and a big stop with 9:27 left in the fourth quarter. There were some big plays for Minot High's defense, even though Davies ran him into the ground quite a bit here tonight. You see Wermeyer getting out to the edge and almost getting in. Throughout the night tonight, Minot High made some stops when they needed them. However, Davies just had a few more darts on the dartboard tonight when it came to those plays that were needed in order to get a win here to improve to 3-0 on the season. Here's a touchdown run coming. That's Williams' second TD in the ball game. He got in from deep out. You talked about that. Love that conversation with that young man and him saying and talking about they didn't feel very respected after that, and I don't blame them. However, I'm guessing that they're probably moving up the ladder just a bit, moving into week number 5 next week. And it's a Davies team that Owen Patterson says they might be there at the end. I'm going to say they're probably having a pretty good shot of being there at the end. We saw it tonight. Minot High is a good football team in their own right. Rest of these highlights brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships, locations in Minot and Williston. Browse our massive inventory online. Drive Ryan.com. First touchdown of the ball game for Williams. Davies had a field goal to go along with that here tonight. Those are the highlights of the game brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. Good ball game. 17-10. Final score here in the Magic City at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. A few awards to hand out tonight, including our move of the game brought to you by CertPro. 24/7 emergency service with trained technicians and advanced technologies. It's CertPro. I don't know, there's plenty that we could have picked here tonight. The one that is ramped up and in the chamber. I thought this was a big play right here, my friends. And Bryce, tell me if I'm wrong on the move of the game selection tonight for me. Anytime that you've got an opportunity like this to start the third quarter of play, march down the field, in my mind, that was a real buzzkill for Minot High School and a real momentum swing for Fargo Davies. It was Williams' second touchdown of the ballgame.
One of those instances where Minot had about 3rd and long, 3rd and 8 there. You're thinking maybe try and get a stop there on that possession. Seeing the edge there, Colin Williams gets outside and adds a touchdown, making it a 2-possession game. Critical turning point in this one tonight.
Well, it might be a double dip tonight because the move of the game belongs to Colin Williams, and he's already been named our Sport Clips MVP with a 2-touchdown performance here in the ball game. He, along with Malachi Wermeyer, certainly were a 1-2 punch in the backfield with DeWald and Fisher with touches back there as well tonight. To me, the Sport Clip MVP of the game is Colin Williams. Any argument there?
No argument for me. He's such a good compliment to Malachi Wermeyer. You're just pounding that ball in the A-gaps, dive, getting Williams on that outside. They had a lot of success on the edge with him this evening.
MVP brought to you by Sport Clips, locations in Minot and Bismarck. Shop Sport Clips times and appointments online with the Sport Clips app. It's quick, it's easy, it's convenient. They make you look good, and it's the only experience makes you feel like the true MVP at Sport Clips, the MVP haircut experience. Bryce, your final thoughts on the ball game tonight. Davies downs Minot High 17-10 in week number 4 action. Do you have a big takeaway from tonight's ball game?
Yeah, coaches have said this a lot to us. They're really filling each other out. Not a lot of conference football being played yet early in the season, but Davies coming into Minot, imposing their will, able to run the football. Some huge contributions from Wermeyer, Colin Williams, even DeWald, Fisher back there. Impressive win by the Eagles.
Very impressive win by Fargo Davies tonight. We sure appreciate Wayne Wermeyer's time, Chauncey Hendershot's time, player of the game, Colin Williams' time tonight as well, of course, in our Planning Team Financial Shots Crossroads postgame. Again, Planning Team Financial and Shots Crossroads proud to bring you our postgame coverage of tonight's 3A football matchup. Davies victorious over Minot High. Again, more action coming up this week on the PSP Network. We're not quite done. One more tomorrow. It's high school volleyball in the WDA. Dickinson is at Minot High School tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the PSP Network. Hope you join us for that. I'll have the call with Melissa Spelchin tomorrow afternoon right down the hill at Magic City Campus Gymnasium. More action next week on the PSP Network. Follow our social media platforms. Stay up to date with everything high school sports, especially in Western North Dakota on PSP Network's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We're all over the place on the social media accounts. And if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We'd certainly appreciate it. It goes miles in our mission of promoting local athletes. Big thanks to all those sponsors you see here tonight. Frankly, without them, we wouldn't be here. And an even bigger thank you to all the military men and women, active and veteran status. God bless you all. Thank you for your service to our great country, as always. God bless our military men and women. God bless the servicemen and women as well. And our veterans, God bless America. It's fun, partner. Looking forward to another one. Minot High at West Fargo next week. We'll have the call on the PSP Network. We'll be there. Till next time, Nick Holbrook signing off from here at Dwayne Carlson Stadium. For my broadcast partners, Owen Patterson and Bryce Gutnick, I'm Nick Holbrook signing off on this Friday night from Dwayne Carlson Stadium. We're back in action for volleyball tomorrow. Join us for the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show at 1:30 tomorrow afternoon. Until then, have a great night. Be safe. And God bless.
But we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
When it's time to choose your team, you want to pick the best.
I pick Carson Wentz. I pick Hunter Lipke.
Where'd you come from? I was in football just like you.
Always choose people you know and trust for your team. Like your community bankers at First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.